everything on. We should be seeing Walter soon-ish. Should be here soon. Oh, uh-oh. What happened here? I don't know why that's open. Yeah, let me hit this button. Let's see. Okay. So as far as I know, we should be streaming out to the folks out there. If you guys can see us and hear us, smash the arrows ups. You know, all that kind of good stuff. You know how we do this. I'll give it a couple of seconds here to make sure. Oh, wait, I don't know if people could hear me. My audio.
You sound fine for me. Let me go look at the...
Yeah, I see.
Well, they can hear me, so welcome to the channel. Whoa.
No, hold on. Let me see if I have.
Or they cannot hear any of us.
Let me know.
Fine.
Yeah, let me
You're
know
fine.
that.
I just went and looked. You're okay.
Okay, I'm good. Okay, audio's going good. All right, alrighty. Okay, so we don't have Walter yet. He is coming on. Let's just jump in here and kick this off, and we'll be right back with you guys.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist. All right, boom, we are here. Special Friday episode coming up. Hold on, I got to get Walter in here. There we go. Yep, Walt's in. Special Friday episode. I got my Tech 9 back from Chrome Vandium Arms. It should be working, Walt, but we're going to have to shoot it and find out. So it's got a firing pin in it, brand newsy.
If somebody made good friends with a bullet trap company and I could get myself a bullet trap.
Lord.
I could have tested it here, but
somebody
I don't have a bullet trap, so.
Yeah, bullet traps for all of us, I say. Okay, Walt, you there? You can hear us?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
There you go. So let's do this. I got my guns in the air. Put your guns in the air like you just don't care. Welcome back to the show. This is a Feisty Friday special show that we just threw together because we. Oh, look at Walter. Walter. So you're joining us live on Player because on YouTube and stuff we can't touch guns. Walter has gotten.
You can't even touch this on YouTube, probably.
Nope. Yes, we have gotten kicked off of YouTube, the video deleted, strike, all that stuff over that famous stock that Walter was just showing there. So that's why we're on Player for now. Unless you, really? Yeah, I know a lot of people are going over to what's the thing people are going over? Rumble. There you go, Rumble. Our good friend Joe is on Rumble.
I got a Joe story for you today.
Okay. All right, we'll get into that. We'll get into that here in a second. Patrick, what do you have over there?
There we go.
Oh, there he goes. He's so proud of that, his machine gun. So there you go. This is. I hope you guys have your big girl panties on. This is episode 1052 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. The title of the show is "Saving the World from World War III" with Babyface P and Walter Keller of Safety Harbor Firearms. Check it out. There's the wait, hold on, what?
You got the cute little puppy underneath your arm there, like he's a little.
I know. You know what? I said to myself, "This is not cool." I thought Patrick was going to be the one to complain about that. Check it out. Look.
I don't care myself.
I love me a cute little puppy. I'm a cute little puppy.
Yeah. Patrick doesn't care. Patrick doesn't care. There you go. Something's wrong with the gun finger, I think. Trigger finger.
It's a double finger. It's shooting.
It looks weird. He's got two fingers on there. Yeah. Get both of your booger hooks off the trigger. I like the Android's good. There you got the eagle. The world is at war behind us in this one. There you go.
It looks like a meteor shower. That's all.
Yeah. The world is at war behind us. So there you go. That's that's the show. We were supposed to do this Monday, but it was a little crazy for me because I had a special presentation that I was doing in the van world. And So I had to actually put on like a whole slideshow thing, and I had to teach myself how to use Keynote, which I've never used before, which is the Apple slideshow thing, and do the slideshow and all that. So I did it, and I did put up a short about that and links for people who want to see it. So how was you guys' week? Since we're obviously going into the weekend, how was everyone's week?
That's a wrong mag.
Good here. I almost brought up my SMG because I fucking knew you were gonna have your DOE gun right there. My Colt SMG. I was between.
Yeah, hold
the
on.
Colt
Let me see.
SMG
I need to
and the
go.
M4, and I brought the
Yeah,
M4.
I probably. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go full screen. Hold on, Walt. Give me 1 second here. I will throw Walt up on here. Boom. There we go. So hey, let's see this full screen. Very nice.
It's a cool little
very
thing.
nice. Very nice.
Actually, very easy to rep. Well, you got to find the front end parts, but
That's
as far as the rest of it, it's simple. It's just a blowback 9mm. This little part here, I had to steal off another upper I had, but and I thought this was a case deflector, but it's actually, I guess, a gas deflector. Somebody told me,
technically,
or maybe a spark deflector. I don't know what their reasoning for that was, but anyways, no, this thing's fun. This is it's what this front end reminds me of right here. You ever seen those lizards that flop their to impress the ladies?
yeah,
Yeah.
Looks
they're
like that.
Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah, isn't that
I see it.
like special ears or something they have to circulate the blood and cool them down, get the blood away from the body?
Probably.
Also,
That
to be
thing?
like aggressive or something.
Yeah, also,
I think
yeah,
it's
probably
just-
also to look bigger, yeah.
I think it's just a little swing for the ladies. Wing, wing, wing.
Yeah, that,
Yeah.
like peacocks and stuff like that. There you go.
Yeah.
I do have another gun here that I could share with you guys. I don't know if anyone's out there in the chat yet, because probably
no,
nobody's
it's-
expecting us
It's
to...
been a terrible week. I forgot. It's been an awful week.
Oh, what happened?
We tried to move the youngin into a bed instead of the crib.
Oh.
All hell broke loose. He decided the liberty that he had, the freedom of being in a bed instead of a crib, was, let me get up every hour of the night and come bother you all night long.
Okay.
3 days in a row.
Do you know you are dealing with prisoner 0001?
Yes, until we put him back in prison. Last night I switched it around and put him back into prison mode in a crib again, and he's back to sleeping like a baby. Sleeping like an angel.
I was gonna say, I was gonna guess.
Freedom.
I was gonna guess he threw himself down in protest because that's his thing now, Walt. I don't know if you've seen that.
Oh, he
Yes.
goes into a pout?
No.
Yes,
No. He
and
throws
he
himself down on the ground. I don't know. He must have gotten this from Antifa or something. But I don't know if I could tell this story. But I was actually over at Patrick. Was it yesterday? Was that yesterday I was over there?
Yeah,
I don't know.
think you were here yesterday.
One of the days this week I was over at Patrick. And, like I'm talking to Patrick. And the garage door is open and everything. Buckshot comes and, like... Patrick is just about to put Buckshot up because he didn't, he's worried about Buckshot just running out or whatever. And Patrick's got some little gates or something there. So anyway, he's just about to put Buckshot up. So a guy comes walking down the street, a neighbor with a dog. Buckshot, pew, goes out. After
Great for him.
A puppy that was bigger than him goes straight for him. Patrick goes after him. And so Chromie goes running out there, like he doesn't go into the street, he goes onto the driveway, and he sees that Buckshot is in trouble, throws himself down on the ground in protest.
Yeah, I don't know.
I had to go tell him, hey, you better get your little butt up and go back in the house. So yeah, it was funny, man.
It was chaos.
Yeah. That you're gonna have a lot of trouble,
again,
Patrick.
Back to that was the third day of none of us sleeping. So finally, we put him back in prison last night, and he slept the entire night, no complaints, no nothing, straight through till this morning.
Cool.
So he's back in prison until we can. He's gonna have to be a little bit older before he gets the freedom of a regular bed.
He's a great kid, man. You just need to you need more activities for him.
It's true, 100%. He doesn't get when it's just him and I. he doesn't burn enough energy during the day, and I feel really bad. But it's like juggling a 2-year-old and a job is tough.
Yeah. You know what I think he needs, Walt? You know what I think Chromie needs? Chromie.
A squirrel cage, like a hamster.
Oh Lord. I don't think that's gonna work on him. But I think Chromie needs an au pair. I'm down for Chromie to get a nice, Swiss au pair.
I don't know what that is.
You do not what?
Au
You don't
pair?
know? You don't know what an au pair is? It's like a nanny.
He's hoping you get a hot nanny. That's what.
It's like a fancy.
Okay.
It's like a fancy nanny.
Yeah,
Fancy
because if
nanny.
I can't afford daycare, I definitely can't afford an au pair.
If you don't have enough distractions already, you don't need
Yeah, you don't need it.
Yeah.
I think Marley might actually bury you in the backyard.
maybe one nice long hair and ponytails.
Right.
That,
I can't, Patrick. You don't know about au pairs?
I've never heard of it before.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, I've
It's
never
a
heard of it.
fancy name for a nanny. That's all.
Yeah, but if you look at when was that popular? What, like in the 70s, 60s?
I don't.
Yeah. Did you ever see The Sound of Music? It's that kind of stuff. Like you hire,
Yes.
So let's say you were in England, and you were
wealthy.
a modern family with kids and everything. The wife works, the dad works, the husband. So now you go to like Switzerland or something like that, and some poor young buxom blonde over there, needs to come to England. She gets to live in the house and hang out. You just pay for her food and stuff like that. Takes care of the kids. That's what the au pair thing is. So
That's what I got. I got the money for that for sure.
yeah, I don't think it was super expensive, but there you go. So how was
your week?
yeah? What kind of au pairs did you get?
Well,
Because
my au
might
pairs
need to.
My au pairs didn't get any exercise, so to speak. But
Oh boy.
The week wasn't. Got my one milling machine fixed.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That is such a pain in the butt.
Well, yeah, it was. It had an issue that might have been from the former repair, but I don't care. I just wanted it fixed. So he was there. Was that Monday morning? He was there Monday morning, like at 7:30, and I was just rolling out of bed at 7:30. And Connor texted me that, hey, the Herco guy's here, and I'm like, oh shit. So I got myself a shower and grabbed a breakfast sandwich and headed in, and he fixed it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's good. It's back working. It will be back working. Rest of the week was all right. Messing with some mini bike stuff a little bit, trying to get ready for that race.
When's your race this weekend?
No, it's next week. The weekend after next.
Okay.
The 14th, 15th, 16th.
All right. Yeah, we will be at the Ocala RV show. I think that race happens always around that show.
Yeah. It'll be. That's up in Palatka.
Mm-hmm.
The Palatka area. What else? What else? Put together some more uppers. Oh, for folks that might hear this or hear this later, MP5K stocks, Kest stocks, there's a trickle of them coming back into stock. So if you're interested in one of those, watch the website. They'll be coming back up on the website, Safety Harbor Firearms. .com. What else?
Breaking news. Hold on, I got breaking news for y'all.
Oh boy.
Breaking there. If y'all haven't tried this,
Oh, what the hell is this? Hold on one second. Let me go full screen on
wait.
you. This is a special kind
everybody's
of.
gonna try this.
This is a
Marley
special
got
kind
these
of
at Publix today.
new
Orange
orange
cream.
cream. What?
Coca-Cola. It is. Do you remember the vanilla Cokes that they used to have? Imagine that. Coke used to do vanilla Coke, and then they got rid of it like 3 years ago.
Oh, okay. I don't think I ever had it.
Oh God, you're missing out. Imagine that for the people listening. Imagine that with a hint of orange on top. This is fantastically good. So
Now
run to your supermarket.
Is that full on? That's full on fake sugar, the sucrose stuff, or the
Well, it's not diet. It's high fructose
corn syrup.
Yeah, fake.
Oh.
Fake sugar.
Yeah.
One thing I do agree with the Kennedy guy about is getting rid of all that stuff and all the foods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, this is fantastic, by the way.
Patrick has that. Show that again, Patrick, because you have it the best way to have a Coca-Cola: frozen.
It is a little like we stuck it
like almost frozen. Yeah.
Make it ready for dinner, and it is a little icy. Like there's some
yeah, that's the perfect way to have.
Really, seriously, it's really good. If you see one at a gas station, pick it up.
Well, you don't forget about it and explodes in the freezer.
Yes, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, you were saying about RFK, Walt?
Yeah, he's against all that fake sugar stuff, and I like I said, I wouldn't sit down and probably agree with him on everything. I know I wouldn't, but as far as
we gotta get rid of all the fake sugars.
Yeah,
are you making fun of his?
You need to get rid of the fake sugars.
He's got a bad. I don't know what's up with that, but
Lola said he's had that since.
That.
Yeah, Lola's. What was the thing that why RFK has that thing? I think he said it was either from a vaccination or something, or he had some kind of throat cancer or something like that.
Okay,
but he's also really, that dude is super buff. I'm pretty sure he's okay with whatever steroids he's taking.
Testosterone. He's on testosterone.
Yeah, he is fit. I've seen.
No, testosterone won't do that. Testosterone alone won't do that for you.
Yeah,
he's on that human growth hormones and stuff like that. That's what he's rocking those things.
But yeah, he wants to get all these chemicals out of the foods and stuff, and I agree with him 100%.
Yeah.
I see.
And getting all this advertising for drugs off of TV. Too.
Off the TV, that should be gone. Why has that ever been there?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Patrick, why do you think?
Excuse me, you were correct, sir.
By the way, Lola says due to spasmodic dysophonia, a rare neurological disorder that causes involuntary spasms in the vocal cords. So you are making fun of a disabled person.
You gotta get rid of the fake sugars.
Can I tell you, RFK gets so much poontang. So much poontang gets thrown at RFK for old dudes.
I'm sure you're right.
You know how I've talked about on this show for years the old dudes with the cum gutters?
I'm sure you're right.
Walter,
what are you gonna say?
I'm gonna refrain from any activity. I had a couple comments why his voices might be broken up.
Oh boy!
And he's got some stuff stuck in his throat or something.
You know, the ladies probably love that. They're like, "Oh my god, this guy." He got that. What's the name of that guy that got the throat cancer from going downtown?
That's a real thing.
No, the star. He's a star. He's like he used to be. He was married to Catherine Zeta-Jones. Who's that dude? Catherine Zeta-Jones.
I don't know.
Michael Douglas. Lola says. Oh, look at Lola.
He got throat cancer from Punani?
I think so. Yes, sir.
That's sad.
Allegedly. Walter's computer system has broken down.
No. I know the story. I'm just trying to think of the. I'm trying to think.
I mean, if you were married to Catherine Zeta-Jones,
I'd be banging that shit.
You'd have throat cancer. You have all kinds of cancers.
Let's just be truthful now. Come on, straight to the point.
Oh boy.
He's not in good shape anymore. He's a wore out motherfucker. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, he's kind of old. He's up there. Yeah. Oh, by the way, oh my God, what is the name of this dude that died? Oh Lord, I can't believe we were talking about this.
Yeah.
The actor?
Not Kevin Costner. No.
No. Hold on. I will tell you guys. This actor that they found with his wife. I can't believe this whole thing that happened with Trump and everything today has thrown me for a loop. All kinds of information has gone out of my brain, but I'll pull this up because it was something. He
was also in the wasn't that actor in the French Connection too? Was he in the French?
Lots of movies. So Gene Hackman. Yep. Oh my Lord, man, that's some crazy shit right there. The Gene Hackman thing.
Like I said, that forensics will figure
There's more to it, 100%.
Yeah, there has to be, in my opinion, there has to be more to it. Because right now the cops are saying that it's suspicious when before they were saying it wasn't, but now it's suspicious because there's different things going on there. You don't, for sure you can get carbon monoxide poisoning, some other things in the home, and it takes everyone out. But
they said there was no traces of that.
Yeah, but it could. Yeah.
I watched
Yes.
the last news conference thing, and they said the coroner said there was no trace.
Oh, the coroner said there's no. Yeah. So if that's already ruled out, and then she was in the bathroom, and there was a bunch of pills, but that doesn't mean anything. But the dog that died with her in the bathroom was locked in the bathroom closet. Which, why would you put your dog in the bathroom closet?
Was it dead?
Yes, it was dead, and then he was found at the mudroom.
There were live animals there too, I think.
On the property, yeah. So yeah, it's a whole weird thing.
Yeah, there's a lot to be discussed about that still.
Yeah, and obviously, like, we don't know. I'm not in Hollywood,
Yeah. Even if you were in Hollywood, you wouldn't know because they ain't gonna say nothing. So
no, but Gene Hackman, oh man, he was in a lot of movies. Like Walt was talking about. I could probably pull up the movies he was in, and a lot of movies that I liked. He was in. Remember the 80s Superman movies?
Gene Hackman did a bunch of good stuff back.
Yeah, he was in those
early 2000s.
Oh.
Yeah, this is one of my
favorite.
This is my favorite movie he was in, Heartbreakers.
He was always kind of a jerk, wasn't he?
I don't know, in real life or in the movies.
No, in the movies. In the movies, he always played like a jerk character.
Yeah, this movie right here. Have you guys seen Heartbreakers?
No.
Have you guys seen? This movie is awesome. First of all, Jennifer Love Hewitt, very cute.
Yeah.
Let me start by telling you.
Cute. And Sigourney Weaver was in there.
I've gone back. I found Ghost Whisperer on some random streaming site, like it was HBO Max or one of those. I started watching it. It's a cheesy mid 2000s TV show.
I know exactly what you're talking about because I've looked at it.
Her knowing how to talk to ghosts. Yes, and I am watching it mostly for her.
She is one of the. We're going to take a break here, but that's a cute actress. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% U.S.-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. Yes, we were talking about Jennifer Love Hewitt, who is super cute.
She's only 40-something. She's not that old. I mean,
I've seen some Hollywood actresses that have faded out. You know,
a lot of women when they get a little older, they get a lot more better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. She's one of those.
They grow up a little bit.
Yeah. I watch every episode of what Patrick is talking about just because of Jennifer Love Hewitt.
It's kind of cheesy, but it's actually not too bad.
I don't care.
And I could stay.
I think she makes a lot of those not Harlequin. What is the guys that did the birthday cards? The birthday Hallmark. She does a lot of those Hallmark movies.
Yeah, the shitty Hallmark movies.
I won't watch them with Lola because I don't believe in watching chick flicks with Lola, but I will look at those things.
I'm looking at those things too.
Yeah, if it's Jennifer Love Hewitt. So you have to see Heartbreakers because it is amazing. If you look at that movie, you'll see what I'm talking about. But Gene Hackman,
go to the group chat independently from this and go look at the picture that was just shared because it is very funny.
Which group? Oh,
you'll see it.
Oh, with all the dudes, yeah.
Trump
Lord,
and what's his name?
We're gonna talk about this. This is coming up. I don't know if Walter had a chance to look at this yet.
This. Walter is not.
I saw actually. The reason I was kind of late getting in here because I was watching that again. I'd watched part of it, but I didn't watch it all the way to the end because it was silly on both parts. It was just unnecessary. Sorry.
So I could say this. So for me,
that's not what you do in public.
Yeah. So for me, I came in when the live with Trump, Vance, and some other people, and Zelensky. I think Zelensky's whole team. I believe his wife was even there. But I came in on that right where he got into the fight with Vance, and I looked at it to the end, and then they rolled back to the beginning. I looked at the whole thing. I'll tell you this. Trump was being really cool the whole time. I looked at the whole thing. Trump was being cool the whole time, but Zelensky was wound up. He came in there wound up.
I knew it was wound up is the Pitbull Vance. He's the one that started the shit.
No, not in my opinion.
He's the one look, everybody was kind of talking, and then all of a sudden he goes, "Well, you this," and he starts pointing too, which is rude as fuck too. He starts pointing at him.
Right. Mm-hmm.
How do you like to be pointed at when you're being somebody's telling you something?
No one.
You dumb fuck. You look at you motherfucker. Yeah, it's like,
okay, but here's the thing: you really want to look at something in context of all this stuff that's happening. Shout out to Joe from Shooting Gallery, by the way. So, looking at that, the whole time Zelensky was wound up, and I think he was wound up over Russia being Russia. Yeah, who knows what he was taking, but he was wound up because people kept mentioning Russia. Obviously, he hates Russia, and I get it.
Yeah, right,
and but you could tell that he was mad. He was rolling his eyes. He was doing all kinds of stuff.
You don't do that to the American president. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Here's the thing I want to say. If you look at that whole thing, you'll see that Trump was trying to be cool about it. And so someone asked Zelensky, for example, a reporter, if it was disrespectful to him to be there in the Oval Office and all that, meeting with the president and not wearing a suit. And Zelensky kind of Zelensky kind of
that started hot for no.
But let me just hear me out on this. So then Zelensky kind of responded a little cold shoulder to that, and somehow it came up, and Trump actually said, "I don't care." Actually, he's dressing pretty cool, and patted him on the back. Yeah. Trump patted Zelensky on the back. Trump was trying to be cool. And here's my thing I want to say about why Vance jumped in. Because Zelensky was rolling his eyes and doing all kinds of stuff. I think Vance got, tired of it. And a question was asked, and Vance let Zelensky answer, let the president answer. But the way Zelensky was acting, that's why he commented. And Zelensky went right after him. And that's what, got Vance going. And then Trump got mad. Because he didn't like how he went after. Yeah.
I'm in agreement with that, and I don't like the idea of a foreign leader coming to our country, sitting in our White House, and telling us what's going to happen. I don't like that.
That was completely okay. Trump got all bent out of shape. First thing when Zelensky started talking about, he basically said Trump did nothing along with the rest of the other presidents, which he did. He didn't do anything. When the Russians were in Crimea and all that stuff, well, I gave him missiles. He didn't do anything. Just like the rest of them.
But
that got under his skin a little bit because he kept saying, "We gave you the missiles, the javelins. We gave you the javelins." It's like, okay, all right, wonderful. In the meantime, like Zelensky's saying, they're killing people along the border with Russia, within the fronts and everything else. Nobody was giving two shits. That was going on since 2014. But when he said about the ocean, you got the ocean.
That set him off.
That and with the way he said it, Trump, he's like Zelensky. Trump thought he was telling him, well, this is what And I think all he wanted to say was, you got an ocean here. You got nothing to worry about. You got oceans on both sides. It's true. You don't.
I don't think it. When
the rest of Europe is staring down. This dude that wants to play Stalin again.
I think that when Zelensky mentioned the oceans being there, he mentioned it to Vance and another point. That wasn't the thing that got Trump going. It's because Zelensky said, "You guys will feel it in America," and then Trump said, "You don't know what we're going to feel."
You have no business telling me what we're going to feel.
So okay, so what he's saying is, if you let things get to a point, you will feel it. We will feel it.
So,
your sons will feel it. My sons will feel it. Everybody else will feel it.
Can I tell you something? We already feel what happens around the world, regardless of what we do. Whether we help countries, assist countries, jump into.
How do you feel it?
Of course, people feel it. People.
How do you? You don't feel
Americans.
Nobody's bombing your house. Nobody's bombing your granny's house. Nobody's bombing.
I think we feel things in a lot of different ways, Walter. And one of them is when we're just printing and creating money. We feel it in inflation. We all have friends, relatives, etc. that have to go serve in some of these places. We feel it in that. When we travel around the world, we feel it. There's a lot of different ways that we feel things. I don't think that's. Oh, okay. I think it means a lot to someone who sent their kid over to some country and they died for the things that happened.
None of our kids have been in Ukraine, so
Yeah,
They better not ever
and
go.
I hope I hope they don't have to go.
And the feelings that they felt has all been in other places in the Middle East. That's all our doing.
So,
That's
Walt,
not,
I mean, this is a thing that we always get into. Like, I understand you feel this way solely only about Ukraine and not about anywhere else. But I'm telling you, because we talk about this all the time.
Where else?
We talk.
Where else?
So if we're talking about, you don't feel this way about what's happening in Israel. You don't feel like you don't feel that way about Israel, right?
That's a shit show that's been going on for 50 years.
So, and then you don't feel that way about any other country that's you don't feel that way about any, and I'm with you on all those other things, but see, I'm of one mind on everything. So I was born in Guyana, and when stuff comes up about Guyana, I don't give a shit.
I know about stuff going on down there.
Yeah,
and
I know about it too. I mean, it's where I was born, and I follow all those things. And Guyana's closer to us, and we're gonna feel things that happens everywhere, right? It's some way, one way or another, right?
The Guyanese and the Venezuelans are not gonna start World War III. So.
Yeah, but listen. Here's my thing: the Zelensky talking about this stuff going on since 2014, and Trump did nothing. Now, technically, if you go back and look, there were most of the people he made, like all this stuff was happening with. If we're talking about Obama, then Trump was in there for some time, and Biden. When people look at it, when they study it, they go, none of these problems happened actually under Trump, where Trump could have responded to anything. That didn't happen. That happened under Obama, and it happened under Biden.
That's the president.
Yeah, but Russia had not invaded or anything like that. None of that happened when Trump was president. I mean, that's truth. It's facts.
He was the president.
Trump was the president.
16, 17,
yes, but
18.
nothing. And when did the Ukraine-Russia war start? When did it start?
And the Russians came into Donbass in 14. They invited.
14 is when it started for like Donbass and Crimea.
Right, and so what? So if you were the president in 2014, what would you have done?
I don't know. I wasn't the president. But,
no, what would you have done?
Well, I mean,
what should Trump have done?
2014 was Obama.
I know it was Obama, but let's say. Yeah, but I'm saying to
you, and waffled on
you do
it.
The sanctions, you do the stuff like that, you do the other stuff. You put pressure on him. Nobody's really put any real pressure on Putin until recently.
Yeah, but when did the incursion that we're talking about now that led to all this happened under Biden? Remember, Biden said, "Oh, it's no big deal if there's like a little incursion." We talked about all of this, right? If there's a little incursion, so I don't think. So hold on. We're talking about a guy from a country that more than 70%, what was the number? At least 50% of the money we've given to them has been embezzled and all that kind of stuff. And he's saying, you know what? Fuck you, America. Because in 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, you guys didn't do shit. So I'm not going to make any deals with Russia to end this, because fuck you guys. You're supposed to just keep giving me money, bitches.
He didn't say that.
That's what I felt.
Well,
I felt that way. It sounded like that to me.
Yeah. My whole thing about that whole episode there shouldn't have been taking place in the public eye.
But
if you want to fight it out, fight it out. And not try to make a spectacle. Because Trump was he was offended in the end. He got all worked up, and he fell right into kind of like Zelensky's little trap right there too by getting all worked up. Also,
here's what I think. I think
played into Putin's arm.
So here's the thing. I think I agree with you. That should have been handled. That should not have been a public thing. But I think that Zelensky kept pushing for it. He kept pushing and pushing and pushing and being rude. If you look at the whole thing, he's rolling his eyes. He's being rude.
He's talking over the president of the United States.
He kept doing it, and eventually, like Vance, I think, was trying to belay that. I don't think what Vance did was wrong at all. But when Zelensky just went off the handle, like, you can't talk to me like that, That's when Trump shut everything down, and Trump actually wound up kicking their asses out of the White House and told them, and for all the shit that Zelensky was talking, he was begging in the background. That's already been reported that he was begging to not be kicked out, and Trump was like, "No, you're out.
Fuck out. You don't belong here. You're gonna act nasty to us.
He was in his house, so he can get him out.
Yeah, and here's my thing, Walt.
House.
Yes, but here's the thing, and
it's not yours. You can't go there. It's not your house.
No,
you can't go there. It's a president's
It's more
house.
mine than it is Zelensky's.
Maybe.
Not according to Walter. But here's the thing, Walt, and you've been in this position, like a practical thing. So let's say that I'm talking to you, Walt, right? And I'm like, hey, Walt, I got way too many bills, man. I got like too many cars, too many guns, too many whatevers, right? And you know what, Walt? I need some money from you, man. You got to help me out. And then you say, okay, Hank, listen, I'm going to help you out, buddy.
Here's the deal.
No, but you go, listen, Hank, you got to stop. You got to stop buying cars. And then, but hold on. Here's the thing I'm saying to you, Walt. So you tell me, listen, Hank, I'm going to help you out, but you got to stop buying cars and doing this and that. And I go, don't fucking tell me.
Well,
don't tell me what to do.
You're right, exactly, and you wouldn't do it. So do you really think Putin's going to do it?
Oh, no. So honest situation, who fucking trusts Putin? We do not need Putin to be on this planet. I'm 100% with you on that. We don't need Putin.
If I'm talking to you, and I know this is a negotiation thing. Everybody, like Trump said, I gotta be friends with him. I gotta be friends with him. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to fuck both of you. That's the way.
I mean, I agree with Trump. We should get some rare earth metals and stuff like that out of Ukraine. Why not?
We did not give them donations. I want my money back.
Okay.
Yeah.
First thing. Let's back up. Remember when the British Prime Minister was in there? Trump started that whole $350 billion mantra too, and Starmer said we gave we gave them that money for the most part.
I didn't vote to give them the money.
Well, you're never going to.
No. Walter's. Wait, you're talking about the euro from the euro side. From the euro side.
It was
from the British Prime Minister Starmer or whatever his name. He interrupted Trump and he said, "No, we gave."
No, isn't that the German guy Starmer?
No, Keir Starmer is.
No, he's the British guy. Yeah, but he's talking about the money from the euros, right? He's not talking about money from America.
Probably talking about everything.
Yeah, he's talking about their money.
Yeah, euro money. That's what I'm trying to tell Patrick. Yeah.
Okay.
And Macron said the same thing from France. No, we basically some of that was given to him. Patrick, if I give you that milling machine and now I go, man, you owe me $3,000, man. Where's my money?
After the fact?
I didn't want to go.
That's a typical Indian given thing. You like to do the Indian.
No, but I don't think Trump is talking. Trump is not talking about any money they've gotten already. He's talking about, hey, if we're going to continue giving you money, we want this in exchange. Now, Trump did say that the euros aren't paying as much as the Americans, and we can look that up and see who's paying the most. Let's ask Grok. I'll look it up on Grok.
I'm not debating that. What I'm saying is, if I give you a loan, if I give you some, hey, well, I need some money here. Well, here's $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 months later, I go, man, when you going to start? No, if it's not stated as a loan, that was not. If money we gave him was a loan.
That's our problem. That's a problem. That should have been stated as a loan.
Well, that's over though.
No, right? But the Euros made this deal. The Euros did it, and also Biden did it. Just gave the money.
I know.
We gave the money.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. And by the way, Congress, both Democrats and Republicans,
approved it 100%. And we
and it was not right. It was not right though. It was not right.
Loans from China so we could give it to Ukraine.
Insanity.
So Trump comes in now and he says, "No, you got to pay us back." And it's like, well. I understand the whole mineral thing, and I get all that. You're going to get something back. Did we get any back from the Iraqis? Did we get oil back from Iraq? No, we didn't get it.
No, we haven't gotten shit back from any country that we've done anything
because we don't usually play that game. Even the Lend-Lease stuff from World War II, the Russians, we gave them billions of dollars worth of stuff.
They paid it back in 2013, supposedly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well.
I
just the whole thing is like a shit show. It's like, okay,
it is.
Come on. You don't need to be going at each other like that in that format. Because you're not going to gain anything. Nobody's gaining anything. We're not gaining anything.
Right.
The only person who's sitting there, Putin's sitting in his place, drinking his vodka, going, "Oh, those dumb fucks."
But I will say this to you again, Walt. I don't think that Trump went there with that intention. I don't think Vance went there with that intention. I believe that if you look at Zelensky, he was unwired the whole time, or wired, however you want to put it. You could tell he was on edge. He was shaking his head, rolling his eyes. He was not. That's not how you come there and you have this like all of that could have been done in the background, like you're saying. All of this could have been done, fought out, and everything in the background. And you especially don't do all of that. And then when Trump gets mad and ends the whole thing, now you're begging him to not kick you out.
Yeah, well, it got too far. It got along too far. Now Trump is also a master of the faces and the rolling the eyes and giving them, all these looks when people are talking to him. And I know he's the president; he can do what he wants.
No, but he was not. I'm telling you, he was not. He was being super chill.
He sat there. Yes, he did sit there, and he didn't say anything for a while. He just sat there
a long time.
While Vance and the other two were going at it a little bit, until it was mentioned about you feel.
Yeah.
Trump
said, "Don't tell us what we'll feel."
Well, because when Zelensky said you don't feel because of the ocean, you don't feel it. He's talking about the distance. He doesn't mean it's, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
Trump. Sorry, Americans don't feel any, and Europeans don't for the most part. I've asked them over there. And they're like, whatever.
So if the Europeans, if the people. Now I know the for example, the Polish people and all that people around that direct area are worried about all of this. But if the Germans, if the French, if the UK, if England doesn't give a shit, why should we? Why should we give a shit?
I guess you don't.
Because at the end of so let me ask you this: does Ukraine have nuclear weapons? Mm-mm. Okay. Does Russia? Okay, and would you like us to give Ukraine nuclear weapons?
They're not going to need us to give. They're already making their own.
Okay, so does Russia have nuclear weapons?
Yeah, they do. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and listen, I don't like Putin. I can't believe we let this go since 2022, and Putin is still on the planet.
It's not our job.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point. Yeah, you said, what was that last thing you said?
It's not our job to kill off Putin. That's his people's responsibility. We can't, I don't agree with the CIA overthrowing every freaking South American dictator for the last 60 years.
That's also what this whole USAID thing has been about, right?
USAID is about overthrowing dictators 100%.
Yeah. So
but again, not our job.
Yeah.
And I can't agree with it in one place and disagree with it in the other,
Yeah. But listen, I think the whole thing has to be managed better, and it's not been managed. Okay? Now, are the Ukrainians badass? Yeah. Are they, I think considering, dude, they've changed the whole way that this, like drone warfare, for example, what people are doing with drones and all that, that's going to be different from now on.
Drone warfare is not badass. Drone warfare is... Well,
yeah, but they're out there fighting. They're doing their thing. They're being very inventive and all that kind of stuff. But for all the money that's gone into this whole thing, in my mind, there hasn't been a result. So right now at this point, here's my thing. I think we're dealing with a different Trump than we were dealing with before.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, and I think that Trump is no longer fucking around. So I think that his approach on this, I kind of agree with. One, if we are going to do, because Trump's not saying we're not going to do this. You don't invite the guy to the White House and do all this kind of stuff. You know,
we need some guarantees of what we're getting out of it, though.
Yeah, we need guarantees, but you have to, like, you can't have this be an ongoing problem. So I think he's telling Zelensky, look, let's make this deal for peace. You're going to have to make this agreement.
Zelensky, in my personal opinion, is Zelensky wants to be the new Israel. He wants us to be his cash cow for the next 65 years, where we're just paying for everything forever. Yeah. And we're done. I don't want Israel to do that anymore either. I'm done with all of these countries taking advantage of us.
Yeah, I think that Trump is trying to say, look, you got to give us that. Now, obviously, you cannot have negotiations in the media or on social media and stuff like that.
No, they should have had a backdoor disagreement. I do agree with that.
But I think they did. I think they were discussing this. That's what J.D. Vance, I think that's why he chimed in. He was like, hey, we've been discussing all of this, but
and
this
particular... listening to it.
Yeah,
he's not willing to give an inch of anything, which it's his country and it's his people.
And he doesn't have to, but also he can say, guess what, America? Fuck you guys.
We don't need your money.
Yeah, we don't need you. Fuck off.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need your money. We're going to go ahead and fight this on our own. That's their decision.
Anyone here in America that wants to go fight for Ukraine can do it, and they've already done it, and people have already lost their lives doing it. Yeah. So, I just think
you want to hop on a plane and go fight for Ukraine, you are welcome to do that. Nobody's telling you not to.
Yeah. I think that under these circumstances, and what I'm talking about is something obviously that's not a public thing. Like, if you set up this deal, yes, more than likely, statistically, we know that Putin is going to look for a way to break the deal. Then you can now you have a motivation to do something further, right? Especially if, for example, there's this mineral deal and then you have, Americans in Ukraine mining the mineral and doing all of this kind of stuff. Now there's a rationalization of why, okay, now we've got to do something about this thing. So you've got to make these steps before you make further steps. It's just, I hate to say it, it's playing chess, right? So you kind of have to go down this path, but I just feel, I looked at that thing over, and it just felt to me like Zelensky was like, nah, fuck all of this. He was just waiting for the thing to be excused.
He wants to go back to Biden days where he just walked into Congress to applause and was given everything for free.
Yeah.
No deals, no nothing. It's just, here's another $25 billion.
Listen, and it was Republicans, like, what's the name of that one-eyed dude?
Dan Crenshaw can
dudes like Dan Crenshaw were agreeing to all of this. That's why now Dan Crenshaw wants to kill Tucker Carlson.
I know, that was a whole big thing too, huh? Goodness.
Walt, I know you're eating. You guys are going to have to wait for Walt to chime in. Yeah. So, listen, you know what? I just want to say this. I've lived in America since 1983. I have never seen anything like what happened today. And
no, never.
That was interesting. That was interesting because I have never seen anyone come and do that. And I'm trying to, I don't know if Walt or Patrick, did we ever go to another country and do something like that?
I never have seen that where we talk shit.
One of the things that, so speaking of that, so do you go to another country like J.D. Vance did and tell them that they need to be more free this and free that?
Well, that was a conference. That was a world conference where everyone's there. They go to those conferences all the time and talk shit about America, so fuck those people.
Of course.
No, I'm on board with what he did.
Yeah.
They were so mad at that.
Yeah.
When you're arresting people for saying tranny on the internet, like, no. You're not a Western freedom ally any longer.
No. Listen, that's one. But the other countries don't really give a shit about America. This game that's getting played here, it's pretty obvious they don't care
about anything else.
Yeah, there's no respect. They don't give a shit. They realize at the end, America, like, a lot of people take it for granted. It's like the cops. In the hood, nobody fucking likes the cops unless some shit goes wrong, and then they call 911, come down to McDonald's because they didn't give me my fries.
I saw this thing that was pretty funny the other day. Black cop saying, for this current generation that's so anti-police and everything else, they sure do call us a lot.
But America has become that. America, you know what? When I first came to America and people, I remember my friends, it was a different world then. You could talk, you could be Democrats and Republicans and friends and talking, like, you know, you could be this religion, that religion, and argue and everything was cool. And I remember my friend saying, America should not be the police of the world. And I was like, well, what's wrong with these guys? Because I was living outside of America, so I was down with America being the police of the world. But what is the point of it?
None.
Or not only the police, but the Meals on Wheels.
For everybody.
Yeah. Dude, we are funding our own enemies. We are sending money to the terrorists who turn around and use that money to kill us when we're in other places. Yep. You know,
That's what
I mean,
fix.
Yeah, I think that's, listen, I hate to, you know what? I don't want to be this MAGA. When Trump is president, I want to be against Trump, but this is not the same Trump. That's what I was telling Patrick. This is a different dude.
He's a product of his last 4 years, his first 4 years, and the way he was treated after those 4 years.
And he's a product of the last 8 years total, for sure.
With all these inquisitions and you know. Now, when he was sitting in there talking to Zelensky, and he went off on this rant about poor Putin and how he was accused of this, that, and the other, I felt like going, stop, fucking Putin doesn't give two fucks whether you call him this or that or the other. He doesn't give a shit. He's laughing the whole time. But it's
for
like,
sure.
He goes sometimes like he's like we talk. He acts like Putin's his buddy, like we chat, and he's not. Putin's not.
No, but I don't think that Trump thinks that he's his buddy. I don't think that. I think that that's how Trump talks when he's trying. Yeah, this is how he's trying to work things. I don't think Trump trusts Putin.
He's not.
I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't think he trusts any fucking body. And also, let's say this for sure: Russia has been fucking with America, but also Ukraine fucks with America. Some of that money that we sent them, they've used to do the same thing that Russia does. Like Russia makes fake videos and all that kind of bullshit. Ukraine's doing the same thing. No one has to believe me. It's just facts. Like everyone is doing. America's been doing this shit forever. That's what the whole U.S. aid. Yeah, that's what's been going on. America's been paying off singers, movie makers, all that stuff to fuck with countries, and this has been going on. You know, America gave money. Where did I see that? America was giving money to, what is it? The Pussycat something? Or remember, there's like a Russian. There's a Russian band of women who used to like go and protest naked, but they
I
were
know
also
exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah.
You gave them money?
Yeah, we gave them money. They were funded by USAID. So we've all done this. This is the way that things go about it. And I think this is just like, you know, the situation that we're in. And I believe that Trump does not trust Putin. But we have to get to a point here. We have to rationalize. We can't just go willy-nilly into this country that has nuclear weapons unless we make certain steps. But why should America make those steps without guaranteeing things for itself moving forward? And I know that probably hurts Zelensky's feelings. I know the Russians have done a lot of fucked up shit, for sure.
Part of what the Russians want is what we want.
Mm-hmm. We want mineral rights.
Right. And then, but they're not going to negotiate for the mineral rights. They're
no.
Fucking try to take it.
Yes.
Now, right now the Russians are at the weakest point they've been in forever. Yeah. Militarily wise, their military is depleted.
So then why is Zelensky? Why did Zelensky do this? What happened to him today? Why did he do this? He's close. If he just gets this deal, gives America a reason to under Trump, right? And I think what pissed him off is that Trump is for the next 4 years, but Vance could be for the next 8. Mm-hmm. You know, but why would you fuck with the president and then the guy who could be the president? You know, so now you're looking at like 12 years potentially, right? Or let's say 8 years or whatever down the line. Why are you fucking around? Just get the deal. And then when Russia fucks up, go, oh, they fucked up. We got to do something about them. Let's get them.
Oh. Okay, well, are we going to be there then too?
If we've got assets,
if we make a deal, then
it'll be the same thing we told the Ukrainians. Give them your nuclear weapons. We'll make sure everything's okay.
I don't think Trump is going to do that. I don't think Trump is going to So here's the question in this deal when it's being brokered by Trump. I don't think that Trump is going to backstab Ukraine. Okay. And he's trying to come to the table, and yes, he has to say certain things. To me, when I saw him talking, he kept saying, "There's people in Ukraine that are Ukrainians are being killed, Russians are being killed." He was trying to be really balanced about this and make this thing happen. But then let Putin be the bad guy, and let's create a reason to take Putin out if that's what needs to be done, right? No matter what we do, we can't stop the fact that we're going to need these rare earth metals. We're heading in that direction.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to need those things, but I don't know. It was just interesting. It was interesting to see what happened there, and it just kind of tripped me up. Like, what was it that pushed Zelensky's button to go in there and act up like this? What did he think was going to happen and Trump reacted in exactly the way I thought he would react. He was very cool until Zelensky went there, and then he was like, "No, we're done with this now." So, yeah.
Okay.
But I don't think it's over though.
No, not far from.
No.
Well, part of the reason it's not over, because I think Trump thinks it's his duty, or it's going to be part of the Trumpdom that he's
legacy.
That he stopped the war. And what happens or not?
But really though, what's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with it.
That's a noble goal.
Long as you don't sell out people just to get your legacy.
Yeah, but who are we worried about Trump selling out? Are we worried about him selling out Ukraine, selling out America? Russia. I don't care about, right? But my thing is, I don't know how much I care about Ukraine. But listen, you're not the only person I know from Ukraine and all that. And as I said, in my mind, if I have to look at this situation, I would prefer to see that Europe doesn't have this problem, but Russia is trying to do this. Russia really is obviously the bad actor in all this, and the Russian people need to get rid of Putin.
That's their business, though.
Folks in Russia, you want to have a better life, you want to come forward into the future here and have Europe be a thriving place, you got to get rid of Putin. This is why Africa, with all the resources, is so fucked up. The leaders are fucked up in Africa. So don't let Putin do that shit to you.
Biden, and his bunch, prevented the Ukraine from doing what Ukraine is doing right now. Bombing the oil refineries, bombing the power plants, bombing the stuff which affects the way you fight war. You can't fight war if you got no power or the money you make selling your oil. And that has impacted the Russians hugely. We prevented that early on because we were concerned about world oil prices for some stupid reason. I don't know why. Because
we're forgetting that we have resources. Well, we can't access if we have a mindset. Yeah, but we under Biden and liberals, right? The Democratic Party, their strategy is to destroy America. The problem here in America for a long time has been Democrats. Okay.
Well, yeah.
And liberals, progressives, their plan, their scheme is to break all of us by destroying America totally.
Well, the USA thing is a fine example. Pardon. People scream about the money going to Ukraine. Oh my God! Look at how much money goes to the USA thing. It dwarfs. It makes the USA.
That's why
makes the Ukraine stuff look like a pittance. So once you clean that crap up, which they will, because they got 4 years to do it in. Like I said, that directly affects inflation. That directly affects all the people fighting against us. For guns and for just all this woke crap. Where it's okay to be he, she, it, wham, boom, and 1,500 different
confusion.
Yeah. Well, confusion is what they want. Obama he was a master of confusion. That's all he did was confuse, and then keep everybody in the background. He's doing other stuff.
Yeah, one of the things they wanted out of this is what we've seen. That, for example, you have like these weird like transgender cults and stuff like that. I believe in freedom and people can do what they want to do, but you can't force. The majority of us are just normal folks, right? That's how we have a civilization. You can't force us to go your way. And you're in the super minority, not a minority. You're in a super minority.
I don't want to be
so like super small.
Who I have to like, where I have to like them, what they can do when they're they're about a fraction of the population. Fuck that. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. So this is what comes out of that, and I think that I'm happy. What I saw, I think that we're looking at a new Trump. We're looking at a different administration. These guys are actually trying to do shit. Well, we've seen Musk and what JD Vance has been up to. What even what's his name from here in Florida that became he's our Secretary of State, Rubio. I'm not a Rubio fan.
I don't like Rubio at all.
It's so funny to watch. It's so funny to watch him when Trump's talking. Sometimes he's sitting there, and he's expressionless. He just sits there.
He better play this fucking game, son.
Oh yeah, well, can you imagine being in that position?
He better pass that MAGA test.
Here it is. I'm Trump, and I'm running my jaw, and I'm saying all kinds of wild ass shit, and you got to sit there, even though you don't really agree. You just got to sit there.
He's Secretary of State. Do you remember what Hillary was before she ran? Secretary of State.
Yeah.
So this is the game Rubio's playing. I don't think I want Rubio to be president.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to like for example, I don't want to jump on the JD Vance bandwagon either because Pence let me down. Pence let me down. And that's why I appreciate when they asked Trump about this. I don't know if you guys saw this. Someone asked Trump if he thinks Vance is like the successor, and Trump said no, I don't think he is. He said it's too soon for all of that.
Right.
And I was like, this dude is working. He's moving different. Life smacked him in the face, and he's not fucking around anymore.
What would you do if every time you turn around, somebody's trying to do you in the ass?
Yeah,
hard,
absolutely.
dry. When you get a chance to just take them out, you're going to take them out.
I am 100% happy with what's happening. We know we've been screwed over in our own ways from all of this stuff that's happened, right? Why are we on Player? Why are we not on YouTube doing this? Because people been screwing us over. Is it the end of the world? No, but
I worried about they had this zero tolerance shit with ATF. They could come into your place. You get the wrong guy. Trust me, Patrick. I've seen all kinds. You haven't seen all kinds. I've seen all kinds of ATF agents.
The ATF has done a number on Americans, and they've done a number on Americans like us to believe in guns, believe in the 2A. They've done bad.
Some of the people are cool. The older ones that have been there for a while are cool. The newer ones that they've
we got 5 seconds.
Are like they're out to fuck you up.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com. All right, so listen, shout out. We've got Jen Champ is in the chat. Like I said, I see Joe shooting gallery out there. I know Walt was saying he was going to tell us something about Joe. But listen, I want to do this for a second, Patrick, because did you get this? I sent this to you. Hold on.
I haven't watched it yet. But
let me just, as a break from what we're talking about, show this, because this crazy. This is crazy right here. I thought at first this was Patrick posted this, So this is for folks listening on audio. This is a garage, and there's a kid playing with the garage door.
Oh no, he's gonna hold on, isn't he? Yep.
Yes. Oh my lord!
I knew that was coming.
I thought this was Chromie. I was like, wait, Patrick.
That's
didn't
something
say...
he would do 100%.
What are you doing?
Absolutely,
What are you doing?
Yeah, this kid is nuts in a good way.
No,
But
he's a kid.
he's a kid. Yeah. So yeah. I told you, you got prisoner. You got to put him in. What was that thing that they? Oh man, what was that? You know the movie with the guy that was a cannibal, Hannibal the Cannibal.
I don't know.
Silence of the Lambs had Hannibal the Cannibal, and they
strap him into the thing. Yeah,
they put him in the straight up gurney, and then the mask. That kid can't be shut down, man. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was funny. I was looking at that here. I was like, "Oh, is this Patrick?"
Speaking of the youngling, when I'm up at the property the other day, me and Remo, and I'm looking at the shooting bench right there, and I look down on the ground, and there's my Madsen mag loader laying in the dirt, and I'm going.
You must have taken it out of your.
And it got rained on. It was muddy and everything.
Oh God!
I had to chuckle. I said that was
Chromie. We know who did it.
Chromie's no joke.
Took off the dirt and threw it in the box. There's no worries.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Let's see here. Yeah. What was the story you were gonna tell us about Joe?
Oh, so
what happened with Joe?
Today was kind of a. We're doing a St. Patrick's Day parade. It's not St. Patrick's Day, but we're doing the St. Patrick's parade. There's a local retirement community called On Top of the World or The Top of the World.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Top of the World, yeah. And they're kind of in the
Irish.
villages, but next to the villages. Mm-hmm.
Well, there is one up there, but this one's down in Clearwater here.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So they're having their parade tomorrow, and we're doing it. Mm-hmm. So my friend Sean had borrowed my truck to haul something he needed to get, and it was up at his house 15 miles north of me, and he was busy trying to get his Jeep ready to do the parade with. So me and Joe drove up there in a Suburban. I drove the truck back, and Joe drove the Suburban back. And then we got back to the shop. I wanted to bleed the brakes on the Halflinger because Peggy's going to drive the Halflinger. Mm-hmm. And we go to my house, grab the Halflinger, drive back to the shop. No worries, I did my stuff, did some work on it, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So I'm getting ready to leave this afternoon. I'm like, where are my fucking keys? Where are my goddamn keys? No, I was like, because I constantly I'll set them down.
Joe is halfway home.
So I look, and I'm looking left, I'm looking up, I'm looking down, I'm looking everywhere I was today. No keys, and I'm thinking, Joe's got them in his pocket. Mm-hmm. And so I text Joe. I said, Joe, you seen my keys? And he called me. He goes, yeah, they're in my pocket wall.
Yeah.
So no worries. I mean, I have another set from the last time I lost my keys, and I had to make a whole new set.
Yeah.
But
that's what I was going to say. You got to have like a backup. You got to have a backup set.
As long as they're not actually lost, I'm fine with it. It's no big deal.
Yeah. It could happen, though. I see how that happens.
I mean, I've borrowed keys from Peggy to do something, and I go home, and she goes, where are my keys? Oh, they're in my pocket. Well, how am I getting home? It's like, I'll come and get you. Yes.
Yeah. That's what, man, more cars need to just have. I like cars that you could just use your phone. I like it.
No, you know what?
I know.
Listen here now. Mm-hmm. You got these people go to parking lots with these electronic devices and pop the locks on. Like Richard Hughes has his gun stolen out of his car because somebody popped the lock with it. Back in the old days, you had that thing called a key made out of brass.
Screwdriver.
The Egyptians invented that. Yeah.
Yeah, you walk like an Egyptian, and you have the little things to pull them out.
You had to put it in and step. I think you didn't even have to go on the brakes. You just put it in, turn it.
No brakes. No,
yeah, you didn't have to go on the brakes.
My mom's old Mustang was start and drive if you hadn't drive and you turn the key, it started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was things like a lot of sticks. I thought you could just start pushing them, put them in neutral, push them.
Yeah, you pop the clutch and it goes.
Yeah, run down the road.
I did that many times in my Fiat.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this key, so the key fobs are not secure. Your phone is more secure than a key fob.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah.
that electronic, you know,
No, for sure.
wireless,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, there's. I don't care what anybody says. They can say, "Oh, it's encrypted. It's this and that." The same people that are doing that encryption
Right.
Are
turn around, and
selling,
make more
they're
money.
selling
They do the
Yep.
stealing part.
So like,
we had a problem here, Hank. Weren't you telling me about that? That a bunch of keys here in Gainesville were getting sold? One of the dealerships here was selling an enormous amount of keys.
yeah, that was with pickup trucks and stuff, but it's the same key fob situation. Listen, so like Tesla, for example, Tesla pays those hackers. Tesla has a prize. If you could hack into a Tesla car in any way, Tesla will give you $1 million. And there are people who actually they win that money and they do it. And the reason why Tesla does it is because once they find that backdoor or weakness or whatever, they fix it. So they put that prize out there. So it's very difficult to do. Those keys are too old school. It's too easy to clone those keys.
Now, I saw a really interesting the guys that repossess cars. The guys that repossess high-end cars like Porsches and stuff.
Yeah.
They don't bust into them. This guy could get in the car, sit down. He had a pair of these plier things. He could get down, stick his thing in there, click, 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 click.
Oh, it's like
a
electronic
he's cutting the
key cracker. Yeah.
He's cutting the key right as he's
in there.
This guy was skilled. This guy was. I mean, he makes good money too doing repossession.
The Teslas are going to probably be able, or future cars will be able. So, like right now, for example, I've told people this, and people get like sick of me talking about Tesla. When Tesla is building a car now, the minute that it's a chassis and they put the computer in there, that computer is actually checking every component that gets connected to it, and it's telling them this is working, not working, and all that. And now, recently, this has been going on for a few years, but very recently, when the car is finished being built, it drives itself to the parking lot.
I actually saw that the other day.
Yeah. So here's what's coming in the future. I'm predicting this. You buy something from Tesla, they give you financing or whatever. You don't freaking pay. They go, oh, but you didn't pay?
Now.
By the way, it's driving right back.
Well, why not?
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it works.
I mean, that save a lot. They save having to pay for the repo, dude.
Yeah, I'm with it. I think I was showing you guys. Like, I just picked up my Cybertruck. Cybertruck is all working. No, it's not squirrel proof. No. I still have to do shit. Dude, I was popping squirrels today, man. I asked Patrick.
Did you get some?
I don't know. So what's happening is like there was a squirrel. I've been popping squirrels like crazy. I've got where is it? Okay, let me see if I can show you guys this.
Where's your squirrel popper, son?
Yeah, so this is I don't know if people will think this looks familiar, but by the way, check that dude out. He looks familiar right there. That's Chromie V. With is that like one of your night vision helmets?
That's a bulletproof helmet. That's
there you go.
That's one of your modified helmets.
Yeah, it's one of my modified ones. Yep.
Oh, okay, cool. So this is from Defiance, which is actually owned by Chris Vector. I think they still own. Chris Vector still owns Defiance. So this is a 22 with an integrally suppressed barrel. You guys always hear me talk about. So basically, it looks like an AR. We put an optic on there. Patrick actually zeroed this bad boy, and I've been using.
Is it still zeroed? Was it good?
Yeah. So I've been using it to pop at squirrels, but so what happens is I keep this at the door, and I look out the window and I see the squirrels out there. Then I go very gingerly over to my door, crack the door open. Then I gotta open the screen, and then I get a bead on them. And I've been popping, but it's funny, like, there was one maybe less than 10 yards away from me. I had him dead nuts. And I pulled the trigger. I saw him jump like this.
Probably and then got him in the hoochie or something. And
he jumped, and then he took off. He took off and, like, scrambled. I was like, what the hell?
I think you need to trade in the fancy-ass integrally suppressed thing and get you a single-shot bolt action.
You think a bolt action will be?
Just regular iron sights with a bolt action, you'll hit every one of them.
That's what I've killed a lot of squirrels with. It's real simple stuff.
You know what? I was saying maybe like, does someone have a 3D build for like a automatic gun that I could just put outside and just program it? Okay, you see a thing that looks like a squirrel. This is what a squirrel looks like. AI.
It looks like a squirrel.
Just take a bead on that son of a gun and take him out. So I've been trying. I think I've hit quite a few of them, That's not the only one I've seen jump like that, but I think that it's possible with squirrels. Someone could tell me out there, you could hit them, and then I'm shooting like 22 subsonic through can. So I guess it's possible I'm hitting them, and then they're running off and dying somewhere. And then I notice after I do that, they stay off the ground. Those little bastards.
They're gonna get smart. Squirrels are totally stupid.
They're smart. Sometimes I open that door. As soon as I open that door, they look at me. They're gone.
They're not the dumbest creatures. They might start learning what you're doing.
They are bad.
I just saw something I bought last time Trump was president, and I gotta get it down here and show everybody. It's not bad.
Let's see. Do you want me to go? Oh, look at that. That is all. That's collectors. That's collector's level right there. That's a collector's item.
Yeah, this is Trump 1 stuff.
Hair to the chief. Collectible President Trump troll. That's what we're looking at here. It's called Hair to the Chief. If anyone, there's some good stuff. I wish I would have had that big baby. Remember the big baby Trump? Mm-hmm. That those guys were parading around. They thought people were going to be.
I did the patch with the big baby Trump. Remember that?
Yep.
That was the first.
Right. Yeah.
The first patch I did. Yeah, people loved that thing, and he loved it too. He said he liked that.
Who, Trump?
Yeah, he said it didn't bother me.
Oh, the big baby? No.
Yeah.
Come on now. That I'm living rent free in your head if you're making big giant blow up dolls.
Yeah, I think he realizes that. Or something. He was living rent free with him for a long time.
Yeah, those dudes should have stopped, man. And like now they're going after Musk.
There's ones that are starting all this crap again with Trump. These Democrats I got no damn.
Nobody's paying attention to the Democrats anymore.
No,
is anyone really paying attention to them? I think they are. They're gonna have to rejigger what they're doing. They're gonna have to change up.
The Adam Schiff types and that whole bunch that went after him with the Russia thing, they're going back after them on that.
Oh, Cash. By the way,
Patel is gonna. Yeah.
Let's give some respect to my brother, my Indian brother, Cash Patel.
You know what? He's my brother. He's American. American.
He's still Indian. That's okay. He's American.
Oh, I know. But I can be brothers with him.
Yeah, absolutely. Cash Patel is going to kick some asses.
The way they're setting it up with him
ATF
as ATF guy, and then he's the assistant at FBI. No.
He's the head of the FBI and the temporary head of ATF. Yeah. And Bongino is his assistant, which is interesting. Bongino.
That whole plan is to basically disassemble ATF.
I think so. I hope so.
It's going to be interesting.
Move the explosives and the investigative part back to the FBI.
Yep.
And then the rest of ATF just go by.
So I think on March 9th, remember Trump put out that directive that I think Pam Bondi has to come back to him by March 9th and say, like, with the 2A report. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. She's supposed to look into all the information.
I don't know what's going to be in it. I don't have high hopes for any of that.
Well, so I'm hoping that, yes, I don't know what's going to be in it either. I mean, Pam Bondi it was like kind of a fizzle with this whole Epstein thing that came out, but that's because
I agree with that.
But the FBI didn't give her everything, and I think that Patel is probably looking into that now. Because remember, there's still FBI agents and CIA agents and all that. That's why you saw Tulsi Gabbard fired 100 people over, what was it, NSA or something?
Yeah, that's not why she fired them. She fired them because they were talking about their sex change operations and their favorite positions and all this.
Yeah, on the official comms.
Unofficial, chat logs.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, how stupid is that? Think about that.
It's insane, but they were.
But also that shows you had people in intelligence agencies working against us normies. No, but they were actively working against normal people.
Yes, 100%.
Well, look at the guy that was on that was in charge of the Air Force on the Joint Chiefs of Staff. That guy, the black guy.
That's the guy that Trump just fired.
Yeah, they're saying it was racism.
Openly said racist stuff against white. There were too many white pilots and too many of this and too many of that. Right. And it's like, that's not you don't want to pick.
I don't need that. I don't need DEI and I don't need that.
I don't want my Air Force pilots to be there just because they're...
Whoever wants to be a warrior, go out there and be the best warrior you could be. I'm all good with. And by the way, there's lots of badass black warriors in the armed services. Badasses, Latinos and Asian dudes and you name it. The whole rainbow is up in there. But most of the dudes are white.
Well, it's a numbers thing, my friend.
This doesn't faze me. Doesn't faze me.
Us than it is a you. That's why they're all of them.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, none of it phases me. Some of them are my buddies.
Yeah.
some of them in an apocalypse, I know are going to take us regular folks out immediately too. So,
in those kind of jobs, you want the best of the best, not the
right.
Well, we need a quota. Let's fill the quota.
In like firefighting, police department, airlines,
air traffic control.
Yeah, doctors. Doctors, nurses and stuff like that. Dude, whoever the best nurses, best people who care about human beings and want to be a doctor. I don't give a shit. When I go to the doctors nowadays, I see it's mostly women. You know what? Doesn't make me mad. Doesn't make me mad.
Worried about it, Lo.
I don't want some dudes feeling me up anyway. I don't want a dude giving me that digital prostate test thing. You all know, all of you dudes, including you, Patrick. I think you're old enough now.
I haven't had to do it yet, thank God, but I will eventually.
Damn it.
Eventually I will, not yet.
Yeah.
My doctor told me, my doctor gave me the option last time. She was like, well, you're not 40 yet, so you really don't need to worry about it. And I was like, let's wait till I'm 40. I don't want to do it right now.
Yeah. You know what? Here's what I don't like. I don't want a doctor that is like afraid to touch me or really doesn't care. I've had that before, like a doctor that wouldn't even, like I have Crohn's or whatever. And in the back of my mind, I think that doctor was black in the back of my mind. And if I'm dealing with a doctor and I see you don't give a shit about me, I don't want, no thank you. I want to deal with a doctor who cares, who listens to what I'm saying. Like my doctors always want to put you on drugs, and I'm actively trying to get off every single drug I've been on. I'm doing pretty good right now. And I appreciate my doctors who go, okay, we understand why you want to get off this. This is how it works. You're going to go through this. You're going to go through that. I like that. Yeah. Don't force me, into shit and actually care about me. So I don't care where you were. Like I've noticed there's a lot of Indian folks out there in the medical field and in a lot of different things. That's awesome. I mean, well, as we always say, I'm black Indian. I don't care though. I don't care who you are. If you love this job and you care about the people you have to deal with, that's what counts. So, that's the thing. You know what, Walt? You sent me a picture today. Should I share that picture? Do you know what you sent me?
Yeah, you can share that picture. That popped up on my just memories feed thing on the phone.
Yeah, I think I've cleared this with Lola. I won't get into too much trouble for this. I don't think you've seen this, Patrick. You just stand by for this. Let's see. Here we go. Boom!
Oh, look at that smile. Look at that smile.
So
how
for
long
anyone,
ago was that?
Oh man, this has to be a couple of years ago.
You lost a lot of weight since then, I was going to say.
Yeah. This is at a Hooters, and I believe this young lady's Melissa. I want to say
Melissa.
Yeah. From Hooters, and this was. I think I was having lunch with Walter, Peggy, and I want to say Spencer.
Was your significant other there?
Was Lola there? I don't think so.
I can't remember.
I don't think so. Not in this particular occasion.
She doesn't work there anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think in this thing, Lola has been with us a couple of times. I think Patrick, maybe you and Walter and Patrick. Yeah, have we ever all gone to a Hooters before? All of us?
As a group, I don't know.
Think so.
No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Walter and Peggy have like a special card or something to get into.
They used to have something like that. They don't have anymore. No.
Yeah.
Frequent flyer card. Yeah.
Yeah. They get full respect.
Hooters.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran owned and with over 20 years experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com. Boom. Okay, we're back. What were you saying about Hooters, Walt?
No, corporate Hooters, the part is, I guess, going through bankruptcy or something. The local Hooters around here are owned by the original group that, I guess, started Hooters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hooters started in Clearwater, right?
Yes. That location that we go to all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the original headquarters where it all started. So you think that'll always be there, but there's some stuff going on with Hooters right now, you're saying?
Yeah, the national part of it's, I guess, in bankruptcy or going through bankruptcy or something.
Okay. What, did you go get something, Patrick?
Oh, no, I had a beer before dinner, 2 glasses of water, and half a Coke. My back teeth were floating.
What does that mean?
My eyes were turning yellow.
He had to go pee.
Oh.
they were yellow up to here.
He had to go pee. That's what it
was.
Yeah. Patrick has a bunch of those. Stepping on frogs.
Yes, Walter knows what that one is.
By the way, I created this. I'm going to show you guys this AI. I created this because I was going to do a post using this AI, so I did a bunch of these. But what do you think?
The man with the golden gun.
I did this because I want to do a post on, I want to ask people what they think Trump's actually going to do for the Second Amendment when that thing comes up in March, when that report comes in and all of that.
I don't know what that report's going to be about, but our friend that's in charge of ATF wants to have an amnesty.
Because that's what we should be doing.
And that's the word from sources that we have. Yes. And if he does an amnesty, that's going to be some crazy shit.
So explain the results of the people out there to an amnesty. So what do you think is going to happen under an amnesty?
Illegal machine guns.
That would be NFA stuff. All the stuff that's out there is supposed to be that would be illegal if it wasn't papered. So that could be short barrel shotguns, short barrel rifles.
I will find 4 or 5 machine guns in my.
So you're saying under that amnesty, you will be able to register?
Yeah, you should be able to register for free.
Free. Okay. Amnesties are free.
Yep. Because that's what they did in 1968.
Right. Okay. So the last time there was an amnesty. So then people, even if you don't have machine guns, which no one out, no good person out there has a legal machine gun.
No, I got it.
Although there are some dudes out there that have a bunch of switches and stuff like that. So then everyone will just be able to.
Switch would be the same thing. Switch would be the same thing.
Interesting. Yeah. So what else?
I guess unless they have some rules or stipulations. A few years ago, they put this idea out of having a World War II amnesty. So World War II, bring back guns. And my response to that was, fuck that. I don't want. Why do they get special treatment?
That's also a long time ago too. Just World War II. No. What about Vietnam? What about? Korea.
They don't want.
Yeah. What about? What about Desert Storm 1?
They're trying to avoid modern machine guns. They want to have it only old ones, which is stupid.
But that's not an amnesty then.
Yes, that's correct. Walter's correct.
Yeah.
In 68, they didn't care. In other words, right? I'd be willing to bet you right now there's 100,000 plus illegal or unregistered machine guns floating around this.
I'm not throwing this up because this is one. This is not one.
Well, there could be, yeah.
Imagine all that.
I mean, I haven't sold that many tubes, but
I heard of things. I don't know of anything in particular, but I heard of lots of things.
I occasionally hear things too, and it's like, well, people say, Can I register this thing? And no, you can't, man. You can't.
There'll be a lot of stuff out there. What about? Do you remember that? Remember that big? Was it a shotgun? Remember that big shotgun that was full auto? or could be full auto, and then
AA-12. If you could get your hands on one, then you could register it under.
Yeah, I mean, well, because they took a bunch of
the hardest part is getting one.
No, but everyone didn't turn those in. I promise you.
Probably correct.
Everybody did not turn those. Those are buried. Those are wrapped in plastic bags and buried all over America.
But they knew who had those. That wasn't a
that was easy.
Yeah. There wasn't a lot of them that went out either from that company. No, but I know they went after a lot of them that did go out.
There's still lots and lots of World War II vintage stuff, bringbacks from different wars. Stuff that people have been put together for over the years. I mean, it would be. So,
do you think that would be the? Do you think the amnesty would be the biggest thing? Sorry, go ahead, Patrick. Sorry.
What you do on the back 40 is nobody's business. You know.
Well, people are gun folks. A lot of gun folks are naturally curious.
Yes.
And they make things. They're handy with their hands,
right.
So people make things. They don't have ill intentions. They don't go out and commit crimes with this stuff.
So
this took this one. It was the other one, I think, that I milled by hand on the milling machine. It took me like 45 minutes, and then I used a jig and drilled a hole. It's not hard. None of this is hard.
That jig is awesome, by the way.
It works great, doesn't it?
I might need to get that back from you again here.
Okay, I can bring it back next time.
So let's say we were talking about 3 things that the gun community should ask under that or go for. You're saying one is flat amnesty. What's another one?
I want to see all the import bans flipped over.
Every single import ban gone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bring in Russia. Bring in Russian stuff. Bring in ammo.
You could get yourself a FAMAS.
Fucking 545. Put some more 545 on the market.
Well, as Patrick always says, I want some of that shit from the Ukraine.
I want some cheap.
I want some of that Ukrainian shit.
You know how much? Do you know how much 545 is out in the world? How much 76239 is out?
I want a Grozer.
Oh, fuck off!
You got to get some pills, and you can get a Grozer.
Wait, what?
Right. Yeah, I get it. I got it. Hate doesn't happen. The little blue pills give you a Groza.
Am I saying the wrong? Am I calling it the wrong thing?
Yes, it's called a Groza.
Oh, Groza. Yeah. What, a Grozer is actually a
that's clearly Walter's vernacular for.
Whatever it takes,
Okay, so what's another? So you would go for the import bans over, like, let's say taking suppressors off the NFA list. You think that's?
I would like to see cans come off the NFA. I don't see that happening though.
Okay.
I think so. So realistically, what can they do? The ATF made up a bunch of bullshit about rules and stuff that Congress hasn't passed. Get rid of all that bullshit. Frames and receivers. All of it. Yep.
Most all of the import bans were all presidential orders. So all it takes is somebody to just do another presidential order and boom. Done.
So Pam Bondi could come up with that conceivably. If she's, let's see, I think Pam Bondi has to. She's gotta start toting on that. MAGA hookah also. I think she needs to get up on that hookah.
She got to get on the hookah?
Yeah, she's got to get on that hookah. She's got to start toting on that thing.
Pam Bondi by herself, I have no faith in her doing anything.
No.
Pam Bondi needs to be told to do something, and she'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, okay. So suppressors off the NFA. Now, and would you guys put on that list, dismantle the ATF altogether, or you just don't think that's practical? Yeah. You think it should be on the list?
Drastically reduce.
Take them back to their original thing. They were a tax agency. Their job is to help me stay in business. That's it. Mm-hmm. Collect revenue, keep me in business. They're not here to inspect me, to do all this other bullshit, to be chasing gun runners. That's for the FBI. Their job is to keep me in business and help me do what I need to do. And if I got to call somebody, go back to the days where you could call your ATF agent and not be afraid that they were going to go, oh, we got to come inspect you now. Like, you used to be able to talk to an ATF agent, your agent, and say, hey, I got a question. How does this work? Yeah. Now it's, I'm going to talk to my lawyer first, which is fucking stupid. Yeah,
we know someone, they crawled all the way up. They put one of those special proctology things. Crawl all the way up in there. Every year. Every year.
Yeah, yeah, it needs to be and somehow or another, after all this stuff is lessened, it needs to be lessened in stone, like writing in law, where
No
they
way to
can't
bring.
add after the next president adds 50,000 more people here and 50,000
Mm-hmm.
more people there. It's like, no, can't do
Yeah,
that no more.
that's why I want to see those mofo's at IRS get fired.
Oh yeah, well,
Yeah.
tens of thousands of people would die. It's like, no, you don't. People with guns. Why do the IRS need to have guns? They don't need to have no fucking gun.
You'd be surprised who has special units, man. I've talked to
Oh, I wouldn't
special
be
units
surprised at
dudes.
all.
Post office has special units. IRS has
inspectors,
special.
yeah.
Yeah. I think the BLM
Water.
has special units now, right? I think so.
Probably.
All kinds of departments have special units. Yeah, it's crazy. It's getting nuts.
I mean, we're just thinking about gun stuff, but speaking of BLM, like Bureau of Land Management, they need to get the fuck out of Dodge and free this land up so you can use it. If I want to go out and ride my motorcycle across the desert, fuck, I'm going to ride my motorcycle across the desert. No, you can't do that. You might interrupt the blah, 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 you know.
Yeah, this little insect might be displaced.
Yeah, scared,
Yeah,
It's like,
I get it. Yeah, no,
that's what you say,
I think,
when you say Patrick says the White House is mine. I don't want the White House to be mine. I want all this land that they got tied up where you can't use it to be
Hidden
mine.
where we can't have it. Yeah.
yeah,
You can't go hunting, you can't go fishing, you can't do nothing. So
yeah. A lot of that was it when Biden. No, Obama sewed up a bunch of that, and then I think when Biden came in, he went after a bunch
Yeah,
of more too,
Anwar,
right?
more.
Trump had
Yeah.
opened up Anwar, and then Biden shut it down again.
Yeah,
And then
Yeah.
then Biden does the thing about offshore drilling everywhere in the Gulf of Mexico. So what's Trump do? He changes it to the Gulf of
America. Which is
that's
anybody
what Biden-
saying that? Is anyone? I'm still. This is Gulf of Mexico to me. I don't know. I don't
That's
talk
America.
about it that much. I call it the Gulf. I don't give a fuck. Okay, I don't care if it's Mexico. Did you guys see that Mexico sent a whole bunch of their the narco crime bosses, the Mexican gang bosses over to America? Did you see this?
When?
Yeah, yesterday.
How'd they send it? What do you mean? Like give them up?
Yeah, they gave them up. Their asses are in Guantanamo Bay.
Really good. That's
Yeah,
where
the
they belong.
Mexican cartel. Let me see if I could find it here.
I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, this happened. Let me see. I'll pull it up here. So, it says Mexico sends Rafael Caro Quintero, 28, and 28 other cartel suspects to U.S. to face charges.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Mexico has
So
sent
what
drug
do you-
lord Rafael Caro Quintero, who was wanted for notorious killing of a U.S. DEA agent in
Oh, okay.
'85, and a whole bunch of them they've sent over to America now. So their asses are probably in Guantanamo already.
Okay, so like we had in Guantanamo, we had the 9/11 people and all that. And then I guess we transferred them to U.S. prisons or something.
Not all of them. They're still. Some of them are
Why
still
don't-
there.
Why don't we just have a good old-fashioned military tribunal? You're guilty, tink, and then
Off you
right
go.
out to the gallows. I don't know.
Yes, which what we should.
Why not?
Why-
Why don't they wind up the same way as Osama bin Laden getting tossed out into the ocean and become shark
Well,
food?
Or crab meat. Yeah, that would be not bad idea.
That's
It's a good way to use some old chain link
Yeah,
fence.
Mother Earth wants them back. They want them back. I'm cool. But you see, this is another thing about you. You got to give Trump kudos, man. The Mexicans said all kinds of shit. They turned these mofos over.
She backed down real quick, didn't she?
And the
They
Mexican
turned
and Trump said, "Guess what? No more trade, no more border." And they
Oh,
go,
he's still the trade the tariffs and stuff is not off. That's not
it's
off
not
yet.
over yet,
Yeah, he's not done with that. So, what do you got? I don't know. Go ahead.
I agree. If somebody's charging you 30% on your stuff you import, and you don't charge them anything, I think it should be even.
Yeah. Unless they do special things for us, what should we do special shit for them?
Well, I mean, you can do special shit. You can lower that tariff down to 5%.
Did you see what
whatever.
Canada charges us?
What's the Canada?
percentages on like lumber, oil, Anything that we send over there are the highest I heard was like 250%.
What?
And then the lowest was like 75%. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Canadian tariffs are insane.
Yeah. Canada doesn't need our shit. We can use our shit right here, or sell it to someone else who wants
We
it.
have plenty of wood. We don't need Canadian wood.
Yeah,
we don't
we
need
No,
Canadian
we're sending wood to them. That's
well,
what
they don't
Patrick
want
is saying.
us to send wood to them.
Oh, I guess they don't. Yeah. Well,
They
whatever.
want us to not.
Yeah.
They got
Okay.
plenty of wood. They got a whole country full of wood.
I got your wood right here.
yeah, for you there.
Yeah, listen, I'm totally down with all of this. I think it's going to throw things off, you know, things will get a little weird, but countries will get in line. Listen, ultimately, everyone wants to sell their shit in America.
Oh yeah.
We're big consumers for the rest of the world. I think we consume like a third of what the world makes, so.
If I want to buy something from China, I can get something shipped in the mail here from China, and it's so freaking cheap. It's pathetic. The shipping.
It's fast too. I've gotten things within 24 hours of ordering it directly from China.
Right now.
Yeah.
Why isn't it the same with England, and why isn't it the same with France, and why isn't it the same with all these? If I want to send something to England, it's fucking expensive. If they want to send me something, it's double.
England doesn't mess around either. The VAT taxes and all that when stuff is going.
About VAT taxes.
Yeah. Try to mail some shit. That's happened to me before. That like I think one of my cousins or something was here from England, and then I was trying to mail something back to her or whatever. It became a nightmare. There's been stories like that. Yeah, if you trying to mail some shit to England, they go crazy. Yeah, they're not fucking around.
Envelope, like a bigger envelope. It's going to cost you probably freaking close to $20 to mail that thing over there.
Yeah.
And it's like, why? Why is it? My question is, why does China get? I mean, they work these deals with China, and
China's using loopholes for a lot of what they do. By the way.
Well, that was all. There was deals they worked with China.
Yeah.
With kickback.
Like how I can order something from China and get it in 24 hours, and it shows up in a little yellow DHL van. I've done it a couple times.
They lay you a long time. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. And I'm not talking about expensive shit. I've ordered I remember I ordered a watch that was like $200 or something. I got that thing in 24 hours. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
It's actually amazing is what it is.
Yeah. No, it's pretty cool.
I'm working on some patches right now, so I'm curious to see how long this takes.
Oh,
they get them pretty. Once they ship, you'll get them in a couple 3 days. Normal.
The lady that I'm talking to, and it's so weird because you have to contact them. Chris told me you got to contact her over WhatsApp, and then you just pay her, and then they just show up, which is
they show up.
Fucking weird.
Yeah.
At first, you're like, "Oh, my money's going to disappear," but the ones that he deals with and we've dealt with,
that's who I'm using.
They don't mess around.
That Russian optic that I have that is now extremely rare. I contacted the guy in Russia that makes them, and I was like, I want one. He's like, okay, give me the specs. Give me $450 over PayPal. And I was like, I did it. And I was like, stupid of me. I just gave away $450. 2-3 months later, it showed up.
No, they're not trying to lose our. They're not trying to lose our business.
I got something. I got a chamber reamer from the Ukraine.
Those are good reamers, by the way. I bought some of those. They're very good.
Yeah, Ukraine is pretty good with the reaming, I'm guessing. Yeah.
I don't know if that. Unfortunately, I don't know if that company is still.
I wonder if we can get Ukrainian au pairs. I think you need a Ukrainian au pair, Patrick.
I could go for that. Actually, I
think you need a Ukrainian au pair.
They have to have the right look.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying a word.
Walter's not even getting in this one. By the way, I
have a picture in my head, and it's not about an au pair.
It's good. Olga's coming. Olga. By the way, I just made this sticker, and I just got that sticker delivered here. Check that out.
From China.
Yeah. So this is a sticker to commemorate my van getting struck by lightning.
Did you get it from China?
Yeah.
China.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. And I think I'm gonna put that. I'm gonna put that on a T-shirt too.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the thing. It's awesome. What you can do. What do you guys think? I know we've got like 40-something seconds here, but what do you think about getting rid of the post office? Anybody hate the post office? other than me.
I mean, they lost.
The post office
customers-
shit.
They lost a customer's SBR for like almost a month, and then gave me like I don't know what you're talking about. We can't. There's nobody there that can help you, and it's like, just go in the back. Somebody call me back and go in the back and look for it because it's a giant fucking box. Yeah. It's right. It's got to be right there.
You are talking to the feds, my friend. So you better just watch your mouth. When you talk to the post office.
Don't talk like that in their sacred building. Don't talk like that.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself, fool.
No, it turned up. It turned.
We need to privatize the post office. We're going to take a quick break here, but I think, folks, let me tell you about U.S. Law Shield. If you're serious about your Second Amendment rights, then you need to get serious about protecting yourself legally. Use promo code HANK for 2 free months on an annual membership, plus a locked-in rate of just $10.95 per month. Remember, the fight for freedom doesn't end at the range. Arm yourself with U.S. Law Shield, and remember to use promo code HANK. These bastards, the whole thing, all they do is make... But you know what? It works then. That means it works.
It doesn't end. It needs to end on like a down, and it's ending on like an up. Like
that means it works. No, I really do think that we should privatize the post office. Either it should go to Amazon, maybe, or I don't know about UPS or FedEx. Amazon's probably
they're useless. No, the post office is tits on a board hog. Right
now. No, Walt, you don't like that idea?
I don't know if they want to pick that debacle up. I mean,
Amazon's pretty good. First of all, we don't like. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff that's going over mail that doesn't need to go in mail. We're past it.
Mail.
Yeah, but also there's things that we just don't need to send in the mail anymore. We could send it digitally. We could do shit. Everybody just needs to get on that bandwagon and make it happen. But there are things, obviously, that have to go through the mail, and the post office is getting pretty bad. So I am sick and tired of their bullshit. And I think that's one of the things that Trump is looking at. So speaking of looking at, does anyone know what movie this was in? Check this out. What movie do you think this is?
From back here? It's not Starship Troopers, is it? No.
Nope.
I don't know. Something from like...
Space Truckers.
Oh, I've never seen it. Okay.
Yeah. But I just thought of that when Walt put up his DOE. I know that's obviously something they made up. You know, like when they do the movie guns, they make up all kinds of crazy shit.
I mean, it's not very different.
Kind of looks like it.
No, it's not. They probably the handguard they put on there made it look like it had more barrels or something like that. I would say. So that's probably the difference. One of the things I was talking with Patrick about, so I bought this Tech 9 from Joe, right?
Yeah.
And Patrick and I were discussing of whether or not I should black it out because, in the movies I only see the black ones. And then Patrick was telling me not to do it because then I'm kind of like ruining. You agree, Walt?
Yeah, leave it alone.
Yeah. Okay, there you go. That's kind of where we wound up.
You don't have to be like everybody else. You can leave it alone.
Yeah, Patrick was saying if I want one of the black, because I always see the black ones in the movies. That's the thing. So like I always see. I know that's
what the prop house had.
That sounds super racist.
It probably showed up better on camera too.
Yeah. I mean, it looked more sci-fi and cooler and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think I won't mess with it.
Here's a Tech 9, Intratec Tech 9, but it doesn't have the barrel shroud. You want the barrel shroud, don't you?
Yeah, I like the shroud.
Mm-hmm. Here's a Tech 9 blacked out barrel shroud, exactly what you want for $825.
Oh God!
No. In Fort Lauderdale. That's what they're going for, Walt. You know it.
I know.
I've seen prices on the all blacked out ones. I've seen a place was asking $2,000 for them, which was insane. That's insane.
The non-shroud ones are band guns. That was after the assault.
Oh, so how come
$6.99 for a non-shrouded one? Yep, it looks goofy.
So here's my question about that. So what happened to? Because there's supposed to be. How many of these do you think they made? How many Tech 9s got produced?
What's the number on yours? What's the serial number? Just for fun. I'm just Just the number wise. You don't have to.
I can tell you exactly.
It's over 49,000. Over 49,000 something.
They made 257,434.
So where are all of those guns? Why are the prices so high? Why are there not parts?
Sitting in people's attics, sitting in people's garages, sitting in people's closets that don't give two fucks about the gun.
They were well. What was it when they were originally? How much did you spend on one of those? What was the price of one?
Yeah,
125.
Like from Intratec.
Yeah, like
probably 229, something like that. Yeah, 225, maybe 189, maybe depending on thinking about it. But yeah, not crazy money because they are what they are. So.
Yep, they made 250,000 of them.
It's just in so many
and
80s movies.
None of them. Did they ever make a fully automatic version of it, or was that just in the movies?
The Keltec is the Keltec. The Tech 9 is a derivative of the KG9, which was that one a subgun. KG9 was a subgun, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
That's what Kellner was involved with, the KG9, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought he was involved in all of these.
Interdynamic ABKG9. He's the original designer.
He's the original designer. So the thing for me if you guys are wondering why I'm crazy about it, this thing was in so many freaking movies, it's not funny. This is the movie Falling Down, right here, Tech 9, black.
Yeah.
Why does he have a rubber band on it? I don't know what that's about.
Actually.
I've watched that movie. I'm trying to remember if there was a reason why he had a rubber band.
I don't know.
For example, all up in Big Trouble in Little China.
Yep.
With Kurt Russell.
It's an 80s. The Tech 9 and the Beretta kind of go together in my mind for those 80s movies.
Okay, this is not 80s. This is from Archer.
Yep, he's got Lana carries 2 Tech 9s.
Yep. There you go. So
my question
MP9. The MP9 was the forebearer to the civilian KG9, inexpensive and fast.
You know what? I want this T-shirt and everything. Look at that.
I don't want to see you wearing that T-shirt.
Kurt Russell. Sorry. No, I want this exact T-shirt. I think I could do this. I think I could pull this off.
Halloween costume this year. Black Kurt Russell.
I think I could do it.
My question is, now there's no bans, there's nothing like that anymore. Mm-hmm. Why hasn't a gun like that reappeared? Because I've been thinking that might. I mean, that's the easiest.
Is it difficult to make? Yeah, that's what I was going to say to you.
It's a tube with the bottom cut out and a bolt that's got a.
It's very close to a Sten gun.
And once you have that bottom injection molded mold done.
Yep.
That's a. As far as cost wise, that's probably a $50 gun, maybe.
Yeah.
On a good day.
Yeah. Here's another one. Check this out. It's the brother. We got to show the brothers up in here with the.
Man, look at that.
That's the band era one without the shroud.
No shroud.
Yeah. This guy used to be in a lot of karate movies. Remember that? What's his name?
Oh, yeah?
Intratec MP9 was the original.
Steve James, KG9. Avenging Force. Yeah. KG9.
KG9 was the for semi-auto. The interdynamic MP9 was the full auto.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
and I don't even see. You know what's funny? I don't see a video of it anywhere.
A lot of videos, a lot of that stuff would have. Oh, a lot of that would. So this is you were talking about what it looks like, Walt.
Yeah.
So yeah. So I know there's the plastic parts, right? So you'd have to do the molding.
All plastic.
Yeah. Can you mill that out? You think, Walt, instead of molding, going with the molding?
No. Not really.
Walt. Other question: did they make open bolt versions, semi-auto open bolt versions of these at one point?
That is a good question. Pre-86.
I feel like they did.
When they got rid of... Okay, when was that?
Yeah, that was in the 90s, wasn't it? When they got rid of ATFs with no open bolts?
That was in the 80s.
Let's ask ChatGPT.
Because I had an open bolt Mac 10.
And that was 45. An ATF ruling?
Yeah, they
I can't believe you had a Mac 10 and you said, "Oh, look at this, guys. Oh, you guys are going to want to...
I can't believe I did it either, actually.
You guys are going to want to see this. Hold on one second. Look at that.
Walt,
look at that. Come on.
Walt.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
1982. 1982 is when they...
Yeah, I got one right before that. I got an open bolt gun right before that. Yeah.
How old were you?
82?
Yeah, well,
20.
before
20.
82.
I'm guessing Walt was 20 years old.
I was 18 in 1980. So
Yeah,
in
it would
high
have been
school.
right around there. Between 18 and 20, you got yourself an open bolt semi-auto.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I'll have to tell you a little bit more about that when I see you in person. But
Yeah, and that whatever your story is probably why the ATF said no more. I'm guessing.
no, it was all. It was well. I'll tell you about when I see it.
Yeah. Yeah, what is this movie? Oh, this is
the prototype. They only prototyped 25 of the Select Fire MP9s. That's why it doesn't exist.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know what movie that is.
I don't know.
Taking history. Oh, yeah, I don't even know what movie that was.
It.
Yeah.
Oh,
so yeah,
that,
it's in a lot of
TV
movies.
show. Is that the
Not Miami Vice.
That was from the Cartel TV show. Not Sicario.
I wonder if a Tech 9 was in Miami Vice. Probably.
You know, there's a website for this, right? IMF.
Yeah, IMDb.
So my question is, why hasn't somebody basically came out with a new version of Tech 9?
We are waiting on you, Walt.
Probably. My guess would be too expensive.
No, I mean,
you got to have a mold.
Well, you got to pay for that, but now, yeah, I mean the metal part's easy. That's freaking
a tube. Yeah, the metal part's a tube. The bolt is pretty simple. It's not super difficult. You could probably.
No.
I don't know if you want to do this, but you could probably even simplify it further and make it a little bit better.
I think so. Walt, are you thinking about this?
Well,
very curious.
I need no. We don't think about this, Walt. I need your help with it. I need your help cloning some other stuff so we can make it.
Rich was working on one of these before he passed.
What was he doing with it?
I don't know. Yeah, Hoffman. I don't know what he was doing. It was really towards the end, and we never got.
Hank,
we spoke of it, but we didn't get deep into it.
I got a list for you. You ready? Mm-hmm. Pray for Death, Big Trouble in Little China, Eye of the Tiger, Avenging Force, RoboCop, Beverly Hills Cop 2, Rage of Honor, RoboCop 2, Pure Luck, Operation Corned Beef, which I have no idea.
Never heard of that one.
Falling Down, Martial Outlaw, Cyborg 2, No Way Back, Top Dog, Mask of Death, Bounty Hunters 2. This is about halfway.
This is the most movied gun ever.
Ultimate Weapon, Bad Boys 2, Sin
Bad
City,
Boys 2!
Yep, Missionary Man, Taking the Pelham 123. I don't know what that is.
That was a movie where they took over a train in New York City. It's based on some real shit. That's a train it's a train they transported the money.
Oh, okay. Crank,
by the money.
The Keeper, The Town, Red Dawn, Fire with Fire, Dead Man Down, The Power of Few, Blue Ruin, 999, Bright, Once Upon a Time in Venice, The Hunt, and Bullet Train.
Bullet Train.
There you go. That's the list of movies that IMDb has for the Tech.
That's a lot of movies, Tech 9.
It is a lot of movies. That's a lot of movies.
I think that Tech 9 might have been in the most the gun that's been in the most movies.
Really, Walter? You could
no.
That's probably too much work.
What would you say, Walt, was the gun that was in? Well,
what are you gonna?
A Glock. No, a Glock. I take that back.
1911.
Yeah, 1911 probably was in the most movies. That's true. That's true. I wasn't thinking. Yeah, that was going all the way back to World War II. 1911, obviously before World War II, but yeah. So that would have probably been in the most.
I'm seeing a number, like a category of like the most.
Yeah, because that probably would. Do you think that would be in more movies than a Glock, though? Glock probably.
A regular old 38 revolver. There's been a lot of movies.
I mean, Glocks have been in a lot, man. Even Glocks with
we're gonna go to ChatGPT.
Glocks with safeties have been in a lot of movies. Which, technically, Glock did make a Glock with a safety, right? I think.
Yes, they made it for a contract in Germany.
Yeah.
By the way, did you know that they are making Glock 24s and 25s in Georgia, and you can get them? The Glock 24 and 25 is the full size and compact, so the 17 and 19 in 380. They were never imported into the country because they were South American guns, because they can't have military cartridges. and they didn't meet, because those 380, it didn't meet our stupid ass
They
point
look
system.
like the 9, but they're 380.
But it looks like a 17 or a 19, but in 380.
And you're saying they just started making them?
They're making them, in Georgia now, because it doesn't have to meet the point system, and Glock supposedly is ceasing production on them because they're obviously not a big seller.
Glock was
The
actually
Beretta-
selling those somewhere?
Yeah, they're up for sale on. I almost bought one because I was curious. They're up for sale on some of the wholesale sites, like Libsy's, I think, had them, and they were like wholesaled out for like $380 because nobody wants them. I kind of want one just because it's
cool. For that reason. Well, for that reason, because it's probably
Glock
not that many.
17 and 380.
Yeah. Right now, Patrick is working on what is that? So what was that? What was the gun? Grenadier?
Grendel P10.
Grendel. Yeah, Patrick's working on a Grendel.
We found the spring. It was just kind of for a spring, it was expensive.
Yeah. Do you know about this, Walt? I don't know if you know because we were including you in on this, but I don't know if you responded when we were doing any of that.
Walter his phone the entire week that we were talking about this.
Yeah, I don't think your notifications were, or I don't think your thing was chiming or whatever.
Let me say one thing about that. Sometimes you two girls get started. This thing goes, This thing goes. Ding, ding, ding.
Oh no! Hold on a second. Sometimes you two girls get going on that thing, and I'm like somewhere in the country trying to do shit, and my phone is just going, and even if I put it on vibrate, it just kills the battery because the two of you are going.
I'll teach y'all old men something. You ready? There's this button on the side of iPhones. You press, you switch that little toggle right there. Boom, no problem at all. You just ignore it. Forget about it.
But you're acting like you guys don't get crazy about some shit, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on with these two?
No,
I remember like one day I was driving and my phone was connected to my van. It's just like bing, 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 bing. Yeah. But so you know how the Keltec came out, Walter, with the P57?
57 with the magazine.
Yeah. So
I found a Grendel P10 on the YouFixit site for $160.
Yeah, let me.
It's the 380 version that Grendel made back before Keltec. That is. Yeah. It's really neat, concept-wise. The rim of the 380 is the same as a 5.56, so it uses military 5.56 stripper clips. Yeah, and you into a internal box magazine.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like a P3 AT. Yeah. So it's a cool little thing. I found it for $160. Hank wanted it, so I ordered it.
Yeah.
It's missing one particular spring, so we got that on order, and we're going to get it working again.
Yeah, so Patrick is fixing this up, Walt. I think
it's actually kind of cool. I thought it was kind of neat. I'm glad Hank bought it because I would have had he not.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember seeing something in you guys stuff about that. I just didn't pay a lot of attention.
It's a little itty bitty kind of thing.
It's just bigger than the P3 AT. Like a little
bit. We gotta use a P3 AT when we do that video, and then we have to. Walt, when is Keltec putting out that P57?
I just keep seeing everybody say pre-order.
Yeah,
so I don't think they've gotten it.
Yeah, I don't want to do the pre-order.
I'm waiting until it comes out and the newness is wear off and the price
Yeah. We'll do something on it, but I did order that spring the other day when I saw Patrick. I ordered the
So it doesn't exist. So we found a website that had a handful of springs. It was $26 for a freaking spring.
Yeah.
Well,
and it is
so Walter, Patrick was like, "Oh, you can either pay me $65 an hour to do this thing."
I'm not making you a spring. I don't have.
So
the
then
time.
I said to him, I said, Walter, I said, Patrick, okay, I'll pay you $65. I need the damn spring because it's functional to the gun. And Patrick's like, I'm not doing it.
I'm not charging you money for a spring that I don't.
So then he goes online, and to his credit, he finds this thing. He goes, "Oh, this is $28. No way now." I was like, Patrick, can we buy?
Just order it.
Yes, order this thing. Then it's like $5 to ship it. And he's like, "Oh no."
Yeah, it was like $32 with shipping, Walter, for a little freaking spring.
I was like, you were just talking about $65. Now we're talking $32.
It just makes me so mad because it's a $3 spring, or it should have been.
Look! If you lose the extractor spring out of like my gun or something, it's that little 2-cent spring is a $2,000 spring.
Oh yeah.
So if you can't use the thing, it's
Yeah, I wonder if we should have bought more than one. Actually,
You probably.
No, you don't
Probably not, right? Okay.
The boy.
Yeah.
Hey, look who it is. Look.
Oh boy, let's see. Now let's hold on. Let me.
Look who fell on his face in the car.
Oh no, he was messing around. He was no. Hold on a second. He was messing. He was messing around with the garage door.
Wave. There you go.
There you go. All right.
There you go.
Now he fell face first into the concrete outside.
Aw.
Now everybody, bye bye. You gotta say bye bye. You gotta say bye bye.
He's not talking.
All right.
He's like, I'm not your performing monkey. I'm not gonna talk when you want me to talk. I wish one of these days I'm gonna try to record a video of Chromie going into a tantrum. It is the most unique tantrum I've seen. He throws himself. He just flops right on the ground back.
Flops straight backwards. It's not a unique thing. I thought all the 2-year-olds do it.
I have never seen a kid do that.
I've seen it before.
Yeah, he just flops backwards and loses his mind.
Not with his kid, but I've seen other kids do it.
Oh, you have? I've never seen that.
9 times, and if you just they squeal and scream and all that,
walk away.
Ignore them.
I ignore him. He did it at the grocery store one time, and I was like, okay, I'll see you later. And I walked around the corner. Here he comes.
Patrick is like a black daddy. He's like, oh, really? I'll just leave your ass right here.
I had a woman yell at him the other day. She didn't yell at him. She raised her voice at him, and I thought it was hilarious. We were standing there. I turned my back to him to pick up something in the grocery aisle, like, I don't know, 15 feet away from him while he's sitting in the cart. And I guess while my back was turned, he went to stand up out of the cart, and a woman, like a mother.
Like, oh shit! Yeah,
was walking by, and she's like, "You sit your butt down." And I turned around, like, "What was he doing?" She's like, "I didn't want him to fall. I'm sorry." I was like, "No, you did the right thing."
Yeah,
he was silent for about 10 minutes after that. He didn't make a peep.
I freak out. I go into freak.
It's mommy power.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah. It was like parent mode, and I appreciated it. I thought it was funny.
Yeah. What are you saying, Walt?
When I see kids doing that and their parents aren't paying too much attention, I just like, oh fuck, here goes. He's gonna swan dive off the top deck, you know.
That's
what she said. She's like, I didn't want that to happen. I was like, no, you did the right thing. I'm not mad at all.
Yeah. No. I mean, kids are tough, but you don't want to see that. Yeah, you don't want to see it. Yeah. He always has some bruise somewhere, man. That kid is, When I was a kid, so my dad said, and obviously, like, Walter, you've seen, your boys have probably fallen off of all kind of stuff. So my dad said that my younger brother, my older brother, if they were on the bed, they would crawl to the edge of the bed and just fall right off. But he said the one thing with me is, like, I would crawl to the edge of the bed, look over the edge, and then crawl back. And he was like, it was the weirdest thing, because the rest of them would just go, boop! And just go right off that thing. So, I mean, I have taken spills. I have taken spills off of stuff, but I got older before I did. I have like a hairline fracture in my jaw because when we lived in Nigeria, my dad had a Volkswagen Beetle, and we were washing it, and I was on the roof messing around, and so it's wet and soapy. And I went right off that thing and fell on my head. Yeah.
So that's what happened.
Yeah, so every time it rains, I could feel that. And like whenever I go to the dentist's like, "Oh, you broke your jaw when you were a kid." I was like, "Yep." So, all right, we went through time really fast here.
Yeah,
it's past 9:00 on a Friday. I'm sure.
I was not excited about doing this tonight.
Why?
First thing, we used to do it on Fridays, and I hated that fucking shit.
Yeah, you Walter wants his Friday.
Is there a butt coming up there, Walter? Is there a butt?
You saw me shoveling down the Chinese.
Yeah. So. Walter was going in, man. He was going in. I might clip that, Walter. Walter having an argument, like, we're going in on Ukraine, and Walter's like, I need energy for these bastards.
I went out in the kitchen, and they're all sitting there. I said, you guys eat already? Oh, yeah, we're done.
I ain't waiting for you.
No, listen, I'm glad we did.
I don't expect them to.
Oh, no. I'm glad we did it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, we have differences on Ukraine or whatever.
Yeah, there's stuff to talk about. So yeah, today was a newsworthy day. Yes.
Yeah, we've seen history. People should remember this day.
I never seen that kind of interaction between two heads of state, so to speak.
No. That is a first time. So, but I think it'll get worked out. We're dealing with Trump here, and I think it was. You know why I think it was a good thing? I think the rest of the world needs to see that Trumpy is not fucking around.
Well, before we go, there's also always remember there's this machismo thing going on too. So if I start yelling at you, you're going to start yelling at me.
Oh, for sure.
You're not going to be the one that gets put down. So with Trump touching him, you know how he was touching him every once in a while, Zelensky. That's also a dominance thing too. When you touch the
Trump's showing I'm not afraid of you. Yeah.
And Zelensky's kind of just sitting there going, "You're fucking touching me."
But you have to understand the situation. Well, even like we're all kind of like tough guys and all that kind of stuff. When some shit goes down, and I know you're the boss of whatever the fuck is happening at this moment. You know what I'm saying? So it might be like fixing something or whatever. When you go into that mode, I leave you alone. Same thing with Patrick. Patrick is the boss of this thing. I go, okay.
You saw me with a tractor that one time. I'm trying to get it done, and everybody's telling me what to do. I said,
right.
Fucking
yeah, it was me. Walter was there. It was me, Peggy, and Lola. Right? Yeah, Peggy and Lola going in, and I'm talking shit the whole time.
No, do this.
No, I was talking shit for sure, and then Walter was like,
And what I was saying worked out in the end too, by the way. So.
No, but see, in that situation, I was like, hey, Walt is the boss of this. I want my tractor fixed. Yeah.
If Walter ever buys a brand new World War II 1911, do not go and shoot it before him.
Oh, you remember this, do you?
You see how I treated those magazines for you purposely and dropped them on the ground.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, what was that? That's on videotape. You guys could go see that. Walter handled it.
My CMP 1911.
Yeah, Walter handled it well. What happened, real quick, for anyone who doesn't know this? Walter always wanted this gun. This gun came in. So we got together to shoot. We got together to shoot something. Me and Walter were talking about. Patrick was like, "Fuck that! I'm gonna shoot this thing."
Y'all were busy, and I was like, "I'm just gonna."
And Walter was like, "What? I'm not gonna get to shoot my own gun first?"
Nope, I shot it.
Yeah. So
there was other things going on that day, I think too.
Right. So. But you see, it worked out. We're not. We're dudes with guns and all that. Nothing bad happened. Walter just threw his magazines on the ground.
I think I threw the gun on the ground too, actually.
Yeah, I think so. What is that from? Yeah. No, that's a whole other thing. We're not getting into. Okay, I'm going to let these guys share with you on how you can support them, see them in other places, etc., etc. Let's start with Babyface P.
Chrome, Vanium Arms. I got a whole bunch of work done in the last 2 weeks, so my workload has lightened up. If you got a project you want to send my way, now is a good time to get in on it.
Boom, there you go. And Walt?
Safety Our Firearms, Facebook, Instagram, Player, some Rumble. I got to do more Rumble. Dirt Foot Racing, the mini bike stuff. Same thing, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, Player. And then there's STEM Parts, stemparts.com. For those people who might want to get an MP5K or an MP5 full-size Kest stock, they're starting to come back into stock, so watch the website for that.
Okay, very cool. I know that's stuff that people ask about all the time. Like I say with Safety Harbor Firearms, you guys really need to call during business hours. If you look it up, it's easy to find on Google.
Yeah, and 50 cals are coming back into stock too, so watch the website for that stuff too, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, I forgot who was saying they needed a 50. Was that John? I think it was Crump. Someone said they needed a 50 the next time. And then Monday, I'm not 100% sure, but there's a bunch of stuff going on. One of them is that I've got to get all my stuff for the house so I could connect to the Cybertruck and all that worked out. So I don't know how Monday's going to go down, but we'll let you guys know what's going on with that, or we'll do it another day like we did here. Big thanks everyone for hanging out with us. Most of you guys probably are catching this later because it wasn't planned. I do appreciate everyone who did come in here and hang out with us for doing that. We'll see you guys on the next one. We are out of here. I'm going to hit the button.
Well, goodbye.